morning, lovely people. It is the first of a new month. It's the 1st of June. Welcome to TDA the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by you guys, the culture. You guys know, as always, you have amazing hosts with you. There's one Nigerian, one Ghanaian, one from Trinidad and Tobago. What are people called? What's your nationality?
Trinidadian.
Trinidadian, yes.
What's that new one though?
It's not new.
Oh, is it?
What, Trinibagonian?
Yeah.
No,
Ooh.
that's just, I guess, people from Trinidad and Tobago. They just bunch it together.
That sounds spicy. I like that. I like the sound of that. But yeah, I am your favorite shade queen, Martin Royalty.
And I am the Nigerian in the room. They call me E-Man.
That boy. You don't believe it, so look how you're laughing. You couldn't say it with a straight face.
The pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
The pro-Ghanaian activist. Aye, how are you?
Yeah, I can't complain.
I love that.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good.
I saw Beyonce. I'll tell you about that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, guys, we always talk about having our our community. And I guess if you want to join the community as well, it's community.thenewblack.com. But for everyone who is currently on the platform, we have a question up there for you, and we would love your participation and love to get your opinions. So essentially, I'll read the question for you guys. And if you're not on there, you might want to join because that's where, some tea's going to be coming out soon. So the question is this community space too complicated to navigate? So basically, we're asking that because we are thinking of moving to a more traditional forum setup. So what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments on the post there. We're going to be starting a campaign very soon, and we want to make sure the community space is easy enough to onboard and host new members as well. So if you're not part of the community, I would join the community just so you get to have a say, so that when we start releasing stuff, because when we put out what we need to put out, it's stuck. It's up and it's stuck. There's no change in platforms. So let us know. Go and join community.thenewblack.com. You guys know the new black is spelled with an X. And let us know your opinions. Let us know if you find it easy to navigate, if you want us to stay on there, and just let us know your thoughts, really. Yeah. Beyonce.
I heard that Tolly was in with Blue and them.
Is it? That's lit. Oh yes, I think she went with Mel, and I saw Mel's story. I think she was sponsored with somebody. I love that. It's been a different experience.
Completely different.
Very different experience.
Interesting.
But yeah, it was good. It was good. What it was, basically my journey back home ruined my experience.
Okay.
It took me 3 hours. I got home at 1:30 a.m. There was no way I was making it in yesterday.
Was it public transport?
Yes.
Okay.
So I live an hour away. There was no reason for me, and I left early. I left before she closed, just to make sure I didn't get the rush. But they closed off the streets like it was a festival. You know how they do for wireless and stuff. Obviously it's Beyonce, but they closed off the streets and stuff. And there were people letting people know if you want to go this way, whatever. But they didn't let people know that the buses weren't coming down. So I'm waiting for so long, and then I clocked finally I don't think the bus will work. So now we have to start Googling other ways. By that time, the concert's finished. Everyone's come out. The overground is overcrowding on there. They're not letting people up. At the time I started my journey, there was 2 hours to my last train. Please understand, I hadn't left the area when my last train left.
What?
I was still in the area. The traffic was I was just so livid, yeah. And I don't like inconveniences. I don't I literally spoke about how I like to go to an event and appear in my house.
Yep.
And the only reason why I didn't drive, I was gonna drive, was because we were running late, and so her set time was 7:30, but the day before she came out 7:45, and at that time I would have I was gonna park at Seven Sisters and get the just 2 stops up, but then I would have got there at 7:45, and I was because I was with my sister, I didn't want her to miss the entrance. If it was just me, I don't care, I would have missed it. So that's why I ended up getting. I was just livid, and when you're just there, in hindsight, it's but what can I do? Outside of that, though, she's a great performer. I can't lie. You don't know I love Chris Brown. You know I love Chris Brown. Everyone knows I love Chris Brown. Everyone of their mums know I love Chris Brown.
Yep.
Beyonce is the greatest performer of our time. And at this point, I think it's disrespectful
Mm.
to keep comparing her
To anybody.
to anybody.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about Usher. I don't want to hear about Chris Brown. I don't want to hear. He's the one that lifts up his bum when he's gin wine when he's still waiting. I don't want to hear anybody. She's actually the greatest of time.
Can I ask why you say that? Is it because of the stage props and the
No.
dancers and whatnot?
No, because I did think she had a lot of dramatics.
Yeah.
But when I clock is her changing time. You know she changes her nails with every outfit.
But you didn't see that from where you were sitting, though.
No, you can tell.
Impossible.
I wasn't sitting in the cloakroom. So I could
But
definitely
this
tell.
can't be why you're saying she's the greatest performer of all time.
No, I'm saying no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying because of how she performs. Like that woman's voice, yeah, it's phenomenal. And the thing is, I'm not a beehive because there's people crying and stuff. I didn't do all of that. I was there for a good time. It was a vibe for me. Like I'm not gonna say it's like the best thing I've ever been to in my life. It's not, but I can recognize how stupid talented and how much work she puts into like she's dancing, she's holding a note while she's dancing and she's not gasping for air. She's not breaking one sweat. She's just she's so like flawless in her performance. Like I can see that she has put in years of work. Like you can't just wake up and do that. That takes discipline. And I love discipline. So that's why I'm saying she's the greatest. Like I'm not gonna say it's the best concert I've ever been into in my life. That's the first time I've ever seen her as well. I'm not gonna say it's the best thing. Like I wasn't like in awe or anything like that. But I think it's the God in me. People were crying, and I was just like, okay,
Where's that Beyonce?
yeah. But yeah, I think honestly she's a great performer. Like and obviously we're in a stadium as well. Like the way her voice is like pitch perfect and it just travels. Honestly, she stole Ariel's voice. That shit is crazy. She's talented, man. She's proper. She's super talented. But I don't think I'm gonna be like dying to see her again. But I just needed Destiny's Child concert.
You must have had a bad concert, boy. Because I've been to one Beyonce concert and it's one of the coldest things I've ever seen. I didn't even care about Beyonce like that until I watched her live.
Really? Yeah.
So you think she's the greatest performer of all time?
Michael Jackson is.
I said our time, by the way.
I don't know. I asked him a
To be
different
fair, Michael
question.
Jackson's not in our time at the moment, so
Ask him a different
There is
question.
that.
It's a different time zone right now.
it's a different time. So.
So if it is he was still alive, then he would be the greatest.
Yeah, I see him do a spin and make a Chinese man fall over and faint. So
Because it's spin arounds.
I ain't seen Beyonce do that.
Don't be silly. Chris Brown does backflips all the time. Chris Brown backflips to have his breakfast. What are you talking about? Don't be silly. That ain't nothing. And she's in heels as well, you know.
Did you
And do you know I clocked as well,
Buzz
sorry.
Blue dance like a zombie?
No, thank God Blue wasn't there. I didn't want to see her. But you know what's great as well, though? She's on an elevator, on an escalator.
How? What
So
do you mean?
she's, you know, no, not a travelator, sorry.
Oh, so it's just
It's
moving
constantly moving. So all the dance moves, everything she's doing is while she's in motion.
What?
Yeah, she's on a travelator.
For the entire 3 hours?
Most of it. Because when I clocked the parts she was singing, like I clocked she was like moving. Like she's just floating.
No way.
There is.
So she was
I can't find-
walking
if
the
I find the
entire
video.
time.
Yes, so when
Walking,
she's,
running, dancing the entire time. She
On
was
what?
moving the entire time.
she's making movies on time. But I mean, no, she had like songs that she sat down for, that she sat on the piano and stuff. Even that, I'm not jumping on the piano on stage. What if I jump back? I can't get down. She's lit there. I
For
can't lie.
one song, she was on the travelator.
I don't think it was one song she was on the travelator.
But you know, people have been talking about this for years, like how amazing she is, though.
I don't know why he's laughing. What's funny?
You're
You're making it sound like I'm something
picturing
wild.
the entire concert. She's on this travelator. So she
No,
was
she's not on the travelator entire concert, but there was times where she's like singing and whatever, and she's on travel. But I didn't clock until after the show when I saw someone else's angle. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, why is she standing but she's moving? Then I clocked what was under her feet. She's lit,
a
man.
moving belt.
A moving belt on the stage.
Is the stage in the middle, or is it like at one end?
Ooh,
Your claim might be
not
accurate
sure.
if
Because it was like a circle, and that's where Club Renaissance is.
if she did this entire thing on the travelator.
I didn't say she
You
did
might
it.
be correct
I didn't
at
say she
saying she's a better performer than Chris Brown.
I didn't say
Because I don't
she's...
think Chris Brown's ever done that.
First of all, I
I
didn't
don't
say...
think any human being has ever done that.
Okay. Do you have anything else to add?
No.
Okay. I didn't say she did the entire concert on a travelator. I just said there was parts she did on a travelator, and that's sick to me. I'd be sick. I have motion sickness. And I saw this video where she basically threw her sunglasses at a fan, and the security took off the fan. I feel like security wanted it. And then she got it back, and when she came out for another performance, like another dress change or whatever, she gave it back to the same person.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, so and there was one of her fans, she shouted, and she was like, oh, let's just say the girl's name is Nicole. She actually said the girl's name. Like, Nicole's been seeing me like 44 times.
Wow.
And she's like, I hope you have a good show. Like, wave to her and whatever. The Beehive, though, the Beehive is a cult, though. That Swarm thing was very accurate. Because
No, but rightfully so. She's
if you talk about travelers, that's what I'm going to come
come
on to.
and God.
But there is a lot of... I feel like that's why, like, I'm not... Like, I don't fan out on people like that, but it is like an idol thing. Like, she is people's gods.
She's the voice in...
And she does play into that.
head in the
Power. Might be.
She is.
But how can someone that great, right, not necessarily be perceived as someone who's playing into it?
I perceived that.
No, but like...
Because they were talking about in the beginning was this. I said...
Is that how it started?
There was...
Did you shake blasphemy?
No.
You didn't?
I'm a child of light. My soul's already sat up there with my makeup. This is my problem. I'm looking at everyone else like, y'all might want to get saved. Y'all might want to make right with Jesus before he comes while she's singing flipping diva.
I don't think Jesus has ever done an entire thing on a
Don't do that.
travelator.
Yeah, that's your sin, no man.
Yeah, he rose from the dead, to be
That's
honest, so
ridiculous.
I guess that trumps anything.
Anyways, right?
He wasn't before, but...
But it definitely is an
It's a real
idolatry.
thing.
Man, what were you saying? I should have taken today off. So, Iman, what were you saying? How can someone be that great and...
Yeah, like, for example, you're saying that she played into it, yeah?
Yeah.
Can she be that great and not play into it?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah.
You think she can still be humble? I know.
But this is what I'm trying to say. It's almost like it goes like hand in hand.
But you know, it's funny because she puts out an image that she's humble. I just know it's a fake humble. Cause you're like,
But that's what I'm saying.
Because she's like, oh, thank you so much. I said, girl, you ain't gotta thank nobody up in here, and they'll be fine. If you cuss them, but oh my gosh, Beyonce called me home. They'll be so happy. Like people are crying. Do you know what it is to cry? And it's no emotional song playing. It's just instrumental, and not because it's like it's like dun-dun-dun, people are crying. She's not on stage yet. It's wild, but she's sick though. Like she is. Her discipline, her hard work, her talent, just the way her voice sounded. I said, stop it. It was just honestly, it was sick, man. If you're going in here, take a jacket, okay? It's not inside, it's cold. Because it's obviously just open. I was like, what did they do at the stadium when it rains? Did they close it? Does the open part at the top have...
I think some stadiums do. Where was it?
In Tottenham?
Tottenham.
I don't know if there's closes on.
Because that's...
I don't think it does.
Because if it rains, do they cancel football play? Like, do boys have to play in the rain?
Yeah, of course.
Catching pneumonia. It's ridiculous. But it was really... It was a really good concert. It was a really good concert. It was really, really... and she's got bangers, man. I'm so glad I went because she played everything. And one thing I love about her is I always loved how she remixes... How she mixes. Whoever her DJ is, whoever the sound guy is who thinks this song, you've got this song, but Kendrick has got this song, let's put it together. Whoever does the mashing of the songs needs a raise every damn time. Because she does that really, really well. Really well. I do wish I saw her for Lemonade though. Because when she performed the Lemonade song, I was like, nah, the production on that would have been mad. Because it was so sick.
How far back did she go in the catalogue?
Everywhere.
Serious?
Yeah. Like, but like sometimes it would be like a snippet.
Okay.
So, but then sometimes, well, when she's getting changed, they would like be playing, like the instrumental guys were playing like a song or whatever. But then it would be like she'd do like 20 seconds of this song, then she'll get into a song from Lemonade, then she'll throw it back to like one from B-Day, then now she's on Renaissance. Like the way they mash up, like her, whoever, the production people, they produce the hell out of the show.
So it was worth the ticket prices. I don't even know what the ticket prices were, but...
I didn't even realise. When I was going for my ticket, to download my ticket, I clocked, I paid £85. I said, excuse me? That's a lot of money. But people were paying 400 or something. 400 or something. I guess if you're in the Club Renaissance thing, because they got like goodie bags and whatever else, I think there was like 200 and something pounds. I wouldn't have been paying that though. Still not too. I ain't paying for nobody. The most I've ever paid for a concert was J. Cole.
What they get in a goodie bag? Was it a Bible?
No, it's not a Beyonce Bible. A B Bible. Bible. Maybe. I don't know what they got.
Felt the same.
Spelled
innit?
the same way.
Flipping heck. I'm not sure what they got there, but yeah, it was nice. It was a good concert. It was really fun. It was good vibes. I heard my favorite songs from her, so it was nice.
So wait, how come the J. Cole tickets were more?
Oh, because I could have kissed his neck.
Okay.
It was really good seat. And this was back in the day. This was Born Sinner, the Born Sinner albums. That was like 2014. No, that was Forest Hill. That's that 2012, 2013. So back then, money had more substance. It was like over £100. But the seats were so good.
Okay.
If you get a Chris Brown ticket and it's literally you're touching the stage, your lips in the stage, right? And then he's dancing, and then one of his sweat just drops on your nose. Like, what would you do?
I'm thinking ill.
Would you wipe it off?
Of course I'm wiping it off.
Some people will faint.
Yeah, I don't do that.
They'll feel like it's being baptized.
Oh my gosh, baptized. They'll be like, oh my gosh, she touched my hand. I'm never washing my hand again.
How about J. Cole?
There's no human being sweat.
Jesus?
Jesus is not a human being. Jesus is God.
But he walked
being.
amongst us.
He's not walking,
man.
he's not walking amongst us now.
But what?
If Jesus came back,
he was
of
dancing.
course I'll be in awe.
No, but what would you do with his sweat?
What am I gonna do? But I have to have a shower. I'm a germaphobe.
No, but
Jesus knows how he made me.
This is different sweat.
Nah. Only time,
It's healing sweat.
no. The only time I can tolerate sweat is in intimate settings.
How come you? Wow. Jesus, did you hear that? Your sweat is not good enough, but the kind of sweat, yeah.
Are you down
to me?
Listen,
Gosh. Jesus,
that's
not
the only
for
time I
my
can
lips.
take heat.
Not for my lips, Father.
I don't know what you're talking about. You need to bring Jesus out of things. But yeah, man, it was good.
I'll let him sweat on me.
You let Jesus sweat you. You let Jesus sweat on you. He's so disappointed in you.
You don't understand.
What would you do?
If you touch the hem of his garment, you're healed. You're telling me I'm gonna wipe the sweat off. What? Ailment's gone. I might have superpowers. I might come out with a bloody skein. You never know.
That's for the skin.
That is
innit?
skein.
You know, some people have started watching it off the back of your recommendation.
Love that for them.
Community.
Is it? Have they enjoyed it?
So far, they are.
I'm certified
It's
now.
one. It's one.
You're not certified.
That's
One.
that's
Because you know what it is as well?
that's 100% success
No,
rate.
that's not. Wait.
If you ask me,
No, let me tell you.
that sounds like 100% to me.
That's great. And I'm not asking you shit. Do you know why I'm not asking you? Because they're not going off your recommendation. They're going off me pushing your recommendation. So we did this.
You didn't push no recommendation.
Yeah.
I recommended
just said-
something.
He just said, there's a show called Power.
You said the power, but it's like, you might not really like it.
You
The
guys
only
might like the
reason-
themes.
Exactly.
What
'Cause
it
if I
was,
wanted to be
yeah,
troublesome, yeah.
I told you so. I told you so. It was the caveat was, yeah, you lot might not be ready.
No. No, it wasn't.
That's what the caveat was. Levels. I'm
Because
saying,
you know-
because I think it's good. I got good taste, but you lot might not. This is what I was trying to say.
you know what's
We ain't done
crazy?
this before, innit? So I'm not sure what the levels is.
No, but you know
so
what's crazy?
I'm not sure whether you are going to be ready to receive what I was.
If
You know what I'm saying?
If we deep dive into it, yeah, I end up beefing you.
Why?
Because the purpose in which you recommended it to me was not great.
Feminism.
You said Exodus and at your people.
You love that power.
They're out here killing men. Go and watch that.
What would you do with the power? You'd love that power.
Oh, I'd love it.
See? That's what I'm
I'd love
talking
it.
about.
But I wouldn't tell anyone I have it.
Just be killing people.
No. I just make people wet themselves every time.
Oh man.
Every time someone does something to me,
Oh, yeah, she made the man shit himself in the
I just,
pool.
yeah, exactly. I just make people do stuff. I just make you do stuff to yourself. And no one would ever, like, no one would ever know I have the power, but I'll be controlling you. Oh,
I don't think she did. She didn't. She just shocked him.
Did he
she sucked
shit
my name,
himself?
you
Yeah,
released.
the
Yeah,
black
yeah,
one
yeah,
could
yeah.
basically make people do things.
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, no, she didn't make him do that. She
Yeah.
shocked him till he shit himself. Yeah, basically. But that was funny. You'd be like them girls in the high school and they walk around shocking man on their bum and thing.
Hey, cutie.
You didn't see that? That was rude. You didn't see that one, bro.
No, I didn't.
Then she's walking through.
I'm a DLC. Hey, hey, handsome.
She's walking through the high school and the youth there. She's like, hey. She's
No, I didn't.
shocked up
With
his
your
little.
bad self.
Yeah, with your bad self. Shocked up his little bum. You get me?
Did not see that. No.
That's a bit of me. I do that.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I would do that.
But did you see that though?
I did.
There's only one high school.
I did it. I said, oh, that's a bit of me.
That's when it happened in the school.
I said, there's
When the
only one
girls
high
was
school.
wilding.
Which girls?
All of them. At that point, like, at that point, they was
Yeah, some
all
people, you give them a
wilding.
bit of power. They really take it to the extreme.
I missed that.
They're just out here, just touching people's bums with no consent.
I
Via
swear you
electricity.
said that the all things everywhere was wavy. You give it a 9 out of 10 or something like that.
No, I never gave it a 9 out of 10. I think visually, like, I can see why it won all them awards and that. Like visually, the effects and the spectacle of it and the whole idea of it was quite good. It was enjoyable to watch, but it wasn't like adult film. It left a lot to be desired. But it was all right though. It was good though. It was all
We're
right.
getting another recommendation.
Are we getting another one?
When?
What, you want me to go 2 in a row?
Are we taking it in
Don't-
turns?
That's what I was thinking. Don't this go
I've
around the
done
room.
one. You've done one. E-man, you're next.
What is the last man? Is that
No, the Inside Man.
Inside Man?
It's good.
Was that old or new?
No,
I think it's
new.
new. It's new on Netflix.
Yeah.
The Inside. We've heard
I
that.
was
one.
thinking the same thing. Like, there's 2 Inside Mans from before.
Okay.
Oh, no,
This-
no.
this is a series.
I think it's
Okay.
called The
Yeah, this is
Inside
different.
Man.
Has anybody watched it? Yeah.
I watched
No, I
episode
haven't
1
seen
with
it.
Danielle. It's
And you-
sick. Yeah.
Oh wait, you going out on a limb? You recommending this?
Danielle recommended it. But it is good though. It's actually really good. It's actually really cool.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. I think the
Somebody
first
in the
episode will have you.
community- Somebody in the community basically said that we should watch it. So I heard it from you. I'm like, all right, cool. So what's it saying? Is it something that you're gonna go out onto the?
I'm gonna go
ledge?
out. Yeah, me and Danielle are holding hands going out for it. Let's do it.
All right, the Inside Man.
The Inside Man.
What's it about? Synopsis.
So basically, there's this guy.
Is it espionage?
No, in that when you sell government things.
Spy stuff.
Huh?
Spy stuff.
Kind of, but like he's solving cases. Like he's very, very stupid intelligent, but he's in jail.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, but he's in jail, and he kind of helps other people kind of solve crimes. But there's this one thing I can't remember what it was now, but it's sick, man. Watch it.
Like Raymond Reddington.
I haven't watched that.
The red list. Is that what it's called?
Blacklist.
Blacklist. Sorry.
What did you
Oh,
say?
Blacklist.
So the red list.
It's a list, ain't it? What is Google? Google says it's yes. Oh my gosh, I just remembered again. I don't want to spoil it. That's the thing. It's difficult. So basically, yeah,
You've watched one episode.
yeah, but actually, so do you want to tell me what it's about then? No, but then that's the thing, though. I feel like the element of because basically when we were watching it, we were like, oh my gosh,
So
this is mad.
You would recommend us watching it?
I would
basically?
recommend it.
All right.
Because if I tell you, it spoils it.
All right, I'll watch it.
So The Inside Man, I believe it's on Netflix. Okay, question of the day before we carry on. What is your favorite thing to cook? I like to cook a good salmon. I don't know, something about eating salmon I feel like eating fish is so clean to me. So when I like whatever it is I make salmon. I had a nice salmon dinner the other day. It was salmon and I had vegetables with it. No, I had salad with it and rice. It sounds so simple, but the way I seasoned it, I couldn't wait for dinner the next day.
What type of seasoning did you put on?
I don't recall, I'm annoyed because salmon is so expensive and I just remembered I forgot to eat the other fillets. I forget to eat food. I hope it's not gone off. If I'm not into you know why. But yeah, I would say that's one of my favourite things to cook.
Favorite thing to cook? I can't really think of a favorite, but the most popular, like most common thing I cook would be like some concoction of chickpeas, beans,
Look at Brent. He's shaking his head.
and
He was a
lentils.
vegan, innit?
And lentils, innit? So I just kind of
And they were beans.
Huh?
Ah, they're just different flavoured beans.
and lentils.
beans, lentils, chickpeas.
Beans.
It's good for the body.
I bet.
So when you started eating this first of all, right? Like, did you kind of throw up in your mouth a bit?
Me?
Yeah.
Not at all, man.
Or did you just firm it and you're like,
No, but you know the thing is, yeah, I'm not a fussy eater, innit? So as long as there's enough
you don't really
food.
care about stuff like that.
No, I care about
Did you
the
used to go
taste.
to restaurants and stuff and then expand your palate?
What do you mean? In what way?
Taking different foods and stuff.
What, as in before becoming
Before
a
you
plant-based?
became a vegan.
No, not really.
That's probably why it is that you're cool with just going into that veganism lifestyle.
Maybe. But you know the thing, like I was saying, because I'm not fussy, yeah, as long as there's enough food on the plate and it tastes good, then that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those who's like, oh, I miss meat, I miss chicken. Nah, not really. It was kind of easy for me.
If you had the wings I had on Saturday, boy, you break your veganism.
Finan said, if you know, you know.
No, what? Boy, sit down.
That's what I'm
What,
saying.
with the lentils?
Yeah.
See, for that knows,
Lentils
man.
and beans.
We don't know. And we don't want to know. Thank you for that.
What, some greens in as well? Spinach?
But you do realize that we only live once, innit?
Yeah, like, why are you doing this to yourself?
You live once, you've got to live it well.
No, but you might.
You ain't living it well.
God forbid. You might.
You ain't living it
you
well.
might die like next week.
No, I'm not going nowhere.
I hear that. God forbid. I said.
Got stuff to do.
Yeah. But still, I mean, the time you've got left.
I know you got to show for his lentils.
So what? So if you eat all this nonsense, yeah, so like all the pork and all these,
It's not
like,
nonsense. But
you eat pork as well?
Pork is lovely.
I have a rib. If there's no beef rib available, I'm having the rib I need to be having.
What about lamb rib?
I don't eat lamb. Something about eating sheep that don't sit right with me.
But pigs is okay?
Nah, because I don't know, man. Because I don't like lamb wool. I feel like they just look, even though the Bible references them being clean and stuff, their wool makes me sick. Oh, I can't talk about it anymore. Please carry on. It just makes me sick. It's just so thick and just weird and just ugh. So whenever I think of lamb, I just think of sheep, and I just think, ugh, in the pastures, ugh.
Terrible.
It's not it.
But you know the pig is made
That
up
goat.
of... No, sheep.
Oh, sorry.
Pig is made up of what?
Rat, cat and dog.
Right.
Rat, cat, and dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Google it.
Yep.
The way white people love pork here, there's no way they eat dog. They love dogs more than they love pork.
That's why they've got to have that last transition. Because they can't eat the dog like that. That's their best friend.
Right. What was the initial question you asked? Because I don't know how we got here.
So he's answered his question, which was, what's the favorite thing to cook? He said, vegan shit.
The beans. Beans and more beans.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
I don't know. What's my favourite thing to cook?
Chicken wings?
Could be.
I feel like you put it like you would cook up a storm, like a steak.
That's just fine. I don't know.
But not your most common thing that you cook. The favorite thing
that I enjoy cooking the
that you
most.
enjoy cooking the most.
It's got you moving like Salt Bay in the kitchen. I can imagine you singing along.
That I enjoy eating the most from like stewed lamb chops. Yeah, like maybe like some stewed lamb chops, some rice, mac and cheese, whatever sides you want to have, that kind of shit. That's probably my favorite one. That's probably because I enjoy eating that the most. Them lamb chops are lame.
Because that's the question you were asked. What's the favorite thing you like to eat after you finish cooking? That wasn't the question.
That's why it's my favorite thing to cook.
All right, it's nice.
I like to eat it.
Because I get to eat it. That's why.
Brent, what's yours?
I also enjoy putting things in my slow cooker in the morning though, and just leaving it there all day. I don't know why. I actually get pleasure out of that. That's mad. Just loading it all up. All the veg, all my seat, just loading it and just leaving it there. Just living my life. Just come back in the evening and going, oh, look at you. Cook.
You leave your cooker running.
What? My slow cooker?
You leave your cooker running.
And leave the house?
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
My slow cooker, yes. I leave my slow cooker on. I wake up, sometimes I wake up in the morning, first thing in the morning, filled it up, put it on, left it, and gone back my day. Come back in the evening.
That's so planned.
I would suggest you stop doing that.
Why?
Malfunction. One up.
Well, I've used it bare times while I've been
I
in the
know.
yard. It's never set on fire
I
once.
hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But any point in time, there could be like a...
God forbid.
I think the whole point of that slow cooker is for convenience. I don't think I want to be sitting there watching paint dry, bro. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say?
I'm not suggesting that you sit and watch it.
You say
Whilst you're in the house, if anything happens, you can react quickly.
That's not fair.
If you're not
what
in
you're
the
saying is
house-
not wrong. I'm not disputing what you're saying.
And again, I'm thinking not just of your flipping valuable things in your house, I'm talking about everybody else that will not benefit from your house going.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, but I think
Yeah.
ain't that what slow cookers were made for though?
No,
If anything can catch fire.
No.
no, it wasn't. Not for being.
Not for running your errands.
Yeah, that's not what it was made for. It was to slow cook food. That's the purpose.
I think the slow cooker affords you to be able to run
So
to the
then I
shops.
just clocked what you're saying.
What?
I said that's what it was made for. It was made for him to be cooking stuff.
While
he's
I'm
out,
living
while
my
he's
life.
raving.
That's what he's saying.
That was the whole point of it. Convenience.
Nah, that ain't it.
Because at
I'm
any
telling
point in
you.
time, something could happen, and you may not get back in a allotted time, and it will still be running.
I hope someone said,
Yeah. Someone said what?
your neighbours.
What about
They
them?
want to. They don't want to hear this. Hopefully, none of your neighbours watched it. Do they know you do TDA?
Probably.
They're about to snitch on your ass.
Snitch and say what? They can't. It's not illegal to cook my food, bro. I use a slow cooker when you are at home and I'm not there.
So they
Right.
can watch it.
Huh?
They can watch
User can watch it.
They can check in.
First response.
Is there,
What first response?
at least is there a timer on this?
Huh?
At least is there a timer on this when your stove comes off automatically
Nah,
after it's finished?
I got my thing just says medium, low, high.
What'd you put on?
Huh?
What'd you put it on?
Depends on what I'm going for.
Is it one of those ones that looks like a rice cooker?
I ain't got a rice cooker, so I don't know what it looks like.
It's
He's
like
got-
a little
he's
pot,
got a
like a
hub.
crock pot.
He's got a hub that's kind of it lights up.
Yeah,
But I
you
don't
know-
cook my pot don't go on the hob.
No, yeah,
It's separate. You plug it in.
yeah, it's like an air fryer
So does it have a
device.
timer? I asked you if it has a timer. You said no.
It ain't got a timer.
You just put it on.
I just turn it on and turn it off. It's not. You don't put it on the hob. Oh, I don't leave my hob on all day.
Yeah, because when he said stove, that's when I clocked. I think he's thinking about the wrong thing.
Oh, okay.
Still, electric, my friend. Why are you leaving it on? Do you
Yeah, but
understand?
then do you turn off all the electrics when you're going out there?
Not
like your fridge and all
I
that
don't
kind of
leave
stuff.
things on like that.
No,
Oh,
but your
you're
fridge
talking
and
about
stuff.
my fridge?
That can
No.
spark. That can also cause fire. Anything can come
It's the
fire.
same as me
But
leaving
my-
the fridge on basically because it's a different
Yeah,
appliance.
it's
It's
just
a
different
different
appliance.
appliance. I take it out of my cupboard and plug in and leave on the side.
Do you just connect your toaster every time you go out? Your kettle?
But they're not constantly
No,
running.
they're
though.
not. They're not. It's not
Yeah, like standby.
on 24/7. As in, it's not heating 24/7. His is
Okay.
heating.
Now I thought it was. I'm not even being funny. I thought it was supposed to be. I thought I was allowed to do that. I thought it was supposed. That's what it's supposed. It's a slow cooker. What are you supposed to do? Just watch it all day.
I
Some of the
didn't say
stuff
watch
cooks
it.
8-9 hours.
Why are you jumping to watch it? Nobody's asking you to watch paint dry when it is that you do what you do, waiting for it to dry. You get on with what you're doing whilst in the flipping house.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything wild, to be honest.
No, yeah.
No, you're definitely not.
You're not. I'm not going to pretend like you're saying anything wild. But I don't think I'm doing anything wild.
To be fair, yeah, I thought that's what you're meant to do. That's why I've never done it.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it ain't safe.
What did you think you meant to do?
Like, as in, just leave it cooking. You
No,
can-
listen
like, for
carefully.
hours.
Listen carefully. What are you getting wrong here? I'm not suggesting
Yeah.
that there's any other thing other than what you've just said.
You
But
just
he's
said,
saying
don't leave the house.
He's
Yeah,
leaving
yeah,
the house,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Now I'm with you.
All right,
We
what's
would do
this?
that a lot though, because there's a woman on TikTok I saw. I remember that now.
Do a poll, Brett.
She did the same.
Can they leave the house for the slow cooker, please?
I'm sure that you can because you've been doing it.
But should
It's not
it's-
advised.
should you leave the house? That's the one you should use.
Would you leave the oven on and leave the house?
I've had a house
I
fire.
can't do that.
I've had a house fire. I ain't
For how
leaving
long?
nothing
I can't do
on
that.
ever.
I've run to
I
the.
have, though.
I've run to the shop with my food on, but that's about it. I couldn't go
Here's my
somewhere.
truth.
Why couldn't you go somewhere?
What with the oven and thing on? That's
Why
different.
not the oven?
That's different, bro.
Talk to me. Because of the gas?
I've done that before.
No, just because. Like, go somewhere. I'm cooking. I'm in the middle of cooking. That's the perfect example. That's why. I run down to the shop if I need something. I don't know. I need some salt. I need some veg. I need something.
You know you can slow cook in the
that I'm
oven,
cooking.
right?
Huh?
You can
That's
slow
what I
cook in
did.
the oven, right?
I went to church.
Yeah, but that just feels different.
I slow ovened. Put the oven on low,
And just
and I went to church.
yeah. Then again, you see, look, see, she's doing it too. Then
First of all, I'm not doing it as in present tense. To be fair, this wasn't me, and it made me very uncomfortable with my mum. And I sped back home, and I was like, "Is the house still here?" I was like, "Okay."
Because you know, like
PTSD.
turkey, like Christmas Day and that takes hours in there.
Yeah, but you're not out there.
Yeah, you might leave the house. Like you said, you might
Now,
go to church.
leave your turkey in there to go and visit other people's households to eat their turkey while your turkey's cooking is wild.
Not to
Come
do
back
that,
home on Christmas Day. Damn.
Well, continue doing what you're doing. And even use the oven and leave it on us for as long as you like.
To
be
put it on
honest.
high.
Yeah. Leave your TV on. Leave your electric toothbrush on. Leave everything on.
I went out
Excuse me?
yesterday. I went out yesterday and left my TV on. I couldn't bother to turn it off because I just wanted to. When I come back in the yard, I just wanted everything
Your
to
bills
be
must be mad.
running. I didn't leave for that long. I was only gone for about 30.
Let me
40
be your
minutes.
accountant. Save some money, and then wherever I save you, I take a percentage of that. By the way, guys, this is why I go to my church is not long because I'm not there for 40 days and 40 nights, so I can afford to leave my food in the oven and come back. And it's
A lot of black
perfect.
churches have regular scheduled times, by the way. 1 hour 30 max, and they're gone. That's you
Where?
as well, isn't it?
Whereby?
That's you as well, is right?
Yeah, about 1 hour
30?
30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
max.
Many churches are like that.
That's an hour and 15
That's good, man.
times 45 minutes. Depending on what the spirit leads.
They should have done that back in the day as well, though.
Yeah, man. I used to be in church for time. Like, what are we doing here?
People used to be like confused back in the day at school. Yeah, when I
Yeah.
tell them I would eat pounded yam in the morning. Because church starts at like 10 o'clock. And you don't get home till like what? The service finishes at like 3. Why? So obviously, you know, my mum thought that we needed to eat the pounded yam there, but
Yeah.
make sure that you're 45.
He said, people think that's wild because you normalize in your household. That is wild, man. And the jam in the morning is wild.
Hey, that was
I've
normal.
had Eba in
you
the
know.
morning, though. I've eaten Eba in the morning.
That was normal, you know, every Sunday.
What,
It's
breakfast?
normal.
Pounded
That's
yam?
wild.
They have hard food for breakfast in Jamaica, though. That's cold.
Not pounded jam.
No,
Pounded
but
jam
that-
puts you to... That's a hard... that's a
but like-
labourer's meal.
No, but like
Pounded yam.
curry goat and thing and hard food like banana, yam, dumplings.
Banana? What's banana? Like banana...
Green banana, boiled banana,
Oh.
green banana, yam.
That's still all right, though. Yam is fine. Yam is a...
dumplings, potato.
I might have yam
for
and eggs
breakfast. 7 a.m.s and that.
Yes.
Breakfast.
Yam and egg in the morning. That's what Nigerians eat.
Yeah.
I have with some frankfurters. It's banging. Chicken, though. Not
When I
pork.
went to Jamaica, I thought it was crazy eating all that hard food for breakfast. But after spending time there, I was like, nah, this is lit.
Oh, that's standard.
Yeah.
Nigeria. Yam and egg. That's a Sunday morning. I can't wait to do that with my family.
Yeah, but that just sounds lighter than like a hard food dinner, though.
Sounds
What,
what?
yam and egg?
Yeah, it does. For
Yeah,
me,
I
I
think
don't know.
it probably is a bit lighter because you're saying what? Yam, green banana,
Dumpling.
But you don't have to have all of it.
This is when you get
I thought it was just options. You don't have to have all of it in your plate.
No, it all comes with
So
it.
that's the meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is hard.
Is that what you eating in the morning? Really?
What, in yard?
Yeah.
Yeah, go hot pot in that. Yeah, go and get
So you
breakfast.
went to a shop that sold it. It wasn't your relatives that were cooking it.
Oh, no, but I'm saying it's from Ghana, they seemed like it was common practice.
I'm not Jamaican, so I wouldn't know about that. But
No one didn't
yeah,
seem...
Dad.
Oh, no one didn't really seem any... Well, dismayed by it or anything. It seemed it was normal, so... I don't know.
So it's like an all-day.
Breakfast.
Meal. Meal. That meal, it can hold you.
That is all day meal, though. You can have that for lunch,
Do you know what?
breakfast,
I
or
do
dinner.
think that. I do think the heat as well helps them burn food quicker.
Yeah, that's
Because when I'm here, when I have yam and egg in the morning, bro, I'm not eating. That's it for the day now. I might have a little snack in the evening, but I can't have lunch. But when I was in Nigeria, lunch is running. I'm having jollof rice in the afternoon. I'm having rice and stew. I do think the heat does something.
Yeah, I think so. And everyone's so active as well.
Yes, they're very, very active. But here, when I have yam and egg, yeah, it's a wrap. I haven't had yam and egg in so long. I've been craving it for so long, but I haven't been able to have it because I can't afford the time. 'Cause I don't eat before I go to the gym. So whenever I have it, I'm going to be full for long. So I haven't been able to create the perfect time to have it. Might do it today, actually.
You're not going to go gym today?
No, got a migraine.
Probably a good day today then.
But I don't like eating like breakfast stuff past midday. I'm picky with food, man.
Curry goat and bus up shop.
Bus
With
up who?
a side of pumpkin.
Bus up who?
Can you explain the
Bus
bus
up
up shop?
Who?
Bus up shop.
Bus up shop.
Can you say it slower?
Bus up shop.
What is that?
Burst up shirt. So it's
I'm
roti.
thinking of this. You know,
It's
this
plain
song is
roti.
like, you go and
It's plain roti. It's plain roti.
Okay.
And then you bust it up. So it's in like
Oh, mash.
pieces that it's in like pieces that you even break off from the plain roti and pick up, but it's already. I'll show you.
You
a
just
picture.
rip it up.
Like
type
scrambled eggs.
Huh?
Scrambled
no, it's
roti.
not. It's not scrambled eggs.
So are you ripping it up?
Yes, it's kind of you're mashing it up
With
but
what?
not in little pieces that you can't pick up the curry with.
What is this, sorry?
Bust up shop.
Please show a picture.
I will.
Because what I'm
Take it
thinking
here all the
about.
time. It's not wet.
I've never heard this in my life.
Because you're not Trinidad yet. Bus up shot.
Man said boss a shot, you know.
Yeah.
Did not say bus.
You said bust a shot. That's why I said, excuse me,
bust
can you
a shot.
clarify
I
that?
said,
please?
This is bus
what
up shop.
type of... What's this? Pastry? Where is this?
It's roti but mashup.
With what?
But that's the thing. Roast is easy to tear though, so why do you
Bro, he's
smash
got
it up?
meat thing in it. What's this? What's that? Just
No,
a...
you're talking about a wrap. You're talking about roti wrap.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Roti wrap is just a plain roti with filling inside, and you wrapped it up.
Oh, so the roti's without the filling.
Yeah, roti.
You
what-
don't just eat plain roti by itself.
That you could eat
What's
by
up?
itself. 'Cause
Why
it
on earth
melts
would
in
you
your
eat
mouth.
plain roti by itself? Roti's supposed to have
It
something
does what
in
in
it,
your
like
mouth? What does it do in your mouth?
chicken
If you say
or-
so. What?
What does it do in your
It
mouth?
melts in your mouth. Bus up shop melts in your mouth.
It's in
That's,
the bust in your mouth.
that's the Indian man in you that's doing that.
Well, it's an Indian flipping cuisine that has been perfected by the blacks. By the blacks. You ain't getting this into local.
So what do you have that with, like a side of what?
That is the side.
Look,
The side and the
with
main.
curry.
That's the side and the main. With
See
dip.
here?
I think you have it with
This is
dip.
the dish I'm talking about. So you have the bus
Dip.
up shots.
I think you have it with dip, yeah.
Curry dip.
No. Oh, okay. Crap, you can't see it here. Look on the right. You see the bowl of curry, and you see the
That's sweet potatoes.
not sweet potatoes, pumpkin.
But Brent's beef with Asians stems from them being one and the same.
I have no beef with any Asians.
He hates the fact that people
I
say
love
Yeah.
Asians. I love you
it's like a self-hate. It's like a self-hate thing.
I love you all daily. But in Trinidad, like blacks and Asians beef, but
You're like spread.
that's not me, man.
Make love, not war.
100%.
That was a good time on social media.
But I'll make it one time and you guys could shut your mouth about, right. Because you'd be like, can I have some more, please?
I don't know if that's what we're doing.
I'm telling you, you put this bus up shut in your mouth, you're gone to heaven. Claire.
I keep hearing
I will let you know.
a bunch of whites. I don't know why.
Why?
Bust up shot, melts in your mouth, and all this type of stuff.
So you've gotten into this stupid...
Yeah, they got me, you know.
What's
They
wrong
got,
with
they
you?
got me, you know.
They got me.
No, you can't be vegan.
to no behavior.
You can't be a vegan and be opposed to this stuff, you know.
Oh, you can though.
You have to
Because
lean fully into it.
What you say now? You start hearing them. When man are saying them, you start hearing them, innit? Like,
no,
yeah.
no, but he's the perfect candidate.
Why?
He don't have meat in his mouth.
Ooh, it's good.
He don't eat meat. Thank you very much.
You see what I'm saying?
It was good.
Part of my branding as well.
Thank you. I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of that. Landing was excellent.
Yeah. But you do realize that his particular lifestyle, they look to simulate meat to put it in the mouth. What is so bad?
Simulate.
What is so bad?
Simulate. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing, man.
What is?
But don't.
What did you say?
You know how many times he's eaten it?
Eating what?
Bust up shot.
Eating what?
I'm done.
Whoa, buddy. Maybe we should have had the lights off. I know what kind of show we're doing today.
So immature.
What
Listen,
have you had in your mouth?
this guy.
It reminds me of the Janet Jackson scene with ghosts.
Anyway,
Oh man.
God.
you've eaten roti. You've eaten roti before, haven't you, Emmanuel?
Yeah, man.
You've eaten this.
Depending then. Sorry.
I'm
Sorry,
the only
man, go.
mature one in this room.
Carry on.
Yeah, roti.
You've eaten roti before, haven't you?
Yeah, man.
And you've eaten everything in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you used
the
to be-
pork and stuff.
Yeah, you never used to eat pork. I swear there was one time when it is that something touched something and you asked me, hey, did you have pork next to this or something like this? I was like, how do you know? I could taste it.
No, I didn't say I could taste it. I'm sure I didn't say that.
And you'd have only known that if it's...
Hey, so what sauce did you use?
That's what Thingy said that one time. Stacey Dash. She's vegan and she says she doesn't date men who aren't because she can taste death on their breath.
Oh, yeah, remember when she said that? Yeah, man.
And she kisses them.
She's been like crazy for a while, isn't it?
Mad, sad
Shame,
scenes.
man.
Very sad scenes. So I can taste the death on his breath.
Pick up Stacey Dash, man. She got kids.
I don't know, you know. Not sure.
You gotta stay in your lane. Man said he's listening to me, messed up his stomach because I said hot sauce on scrambled eggs is leng. And he said he messed himself up. But
No, you need to know your capacity, your limits, King.
You gotta stay in your lane. Hot sauce on scrambled eggs is leng still.
I don't like scrambled eggs, so
Do you like hot sauce?
it's not my favorite sauce. It's a bit tangy.
What type of hot sauce though?
I don't know. What's the popular one? Is it red pepper or something like that?
Encona.
And Kona.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it tastes red. Hot sauce tastes a bit tangy. It's got like a little zest to it.
Do you know about the Bayesian one? What's it called, Brent?
I'm not Bayesian.
You're just mad.
Is it yellow?
No, not I know that one you talk about. It's like nice, more ready. That one looks like that one's too hot. Not too hot, but I don't know if I like the flavour.
That one I used to eat a lot, like here in the bag.
I got hot sauce in my bag.
What did you eat here? The real yellow one?
You know a hot sauce man, Brent?
No.
Yeah, are you a real Caribbean you or what?
Yes.
You said, oh, what?
Spices and that, flavours, the Asian in you. You should like spice.
That's true, you know. I used to be the one eating all the hot sauce here.
There's no Asian in me.
I was going to say, like, are we not going to address that? I really thought there was Asian in them because you didn't address that for, oh, there's Asian in you?
No, he said it on purpose.
Your eyes looked a bit.
What did you say?
Whoa! Don't highlight that.
I shouldn't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man.
You're projecting. You're projecting.
Oh man.
No. Hot sauce, my bag.
I like cooking with pimento peppers,
Okay.
but that's from Trinidad. The pimento peppers in Trinidad, flavorful. There is no, too hot, can't eat it.
Okay, yeah.
He likes to not feel his tongue and the senses and his taste buds. It's ridiculous. Any food you give him that's properly flavored, where's the hot sauce? Because it needs some form of kick in order for him to be like,
I need the heat.
It's ridiculous, you know. It's
But I think
ridiculous.
because I'm used to it, like
Yeah,
obviously all
Nigerian.
the food we eat, innit?
Yeah.
It depends on what, because some of them hot sauces are meaty and they're just hot. Like, if that makes sense. I just don't understand.
Yeah,
that's
That's
what
why
some people,
plenty jerk
that's what
chicken,
some
I'm
people
not
are
a fan
going
of.
for, and I don't
Yeah,
understand.
jerk
there's a
chicken,
lot
I'm
of
not a fan
jerk
of.
that
Why
is
you just want to
hot.
be like?
flavour.
I like the flavor. You know what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say? That, and the heat is like a.
It's added bonus.
Yeah.
Not even a bonus.
Compliments it.
I'd probably prefer the flavor without the heat.
Yeah.
If I'm honest with you, the heat comes with the flavor, but the flavor's so nice. You take the heat with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But there's some of you that like that chili sauce or them hot sauces that are just
It's just
hot.
hot.
They're just hot.
Yeah.
I don't understand where the enjoyment is. Like,
I
it's
don't
just
get
hot.
that. It has to have flavor. Like the spiciness has to have flavor. Otherwise, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
It's just punishment. Otherwise,
Someone says suya has been seasoned by hellfire. What's suya?
Suya's hot though, isn't it?
Nigerian
Yeah.
suya.
Because I didn't know suya was hot. I heard this. I had like the suya
Yeah,
wings.
but
I thought you had
suya is-
suya wings in the dance. But why wasn't like my seventh wing?
Your seventh,
I'm saying, what's going on
you
there,
can
man?
handle it. If by your seventh is when you clocked it,
I'm like,
you
yo,
can handle it. No, but that's even but then, yeah, but when the wing's nice.
Yeah, no, they're
Exactly. The spiciness comes with flavor.
This is it.
If you're just eating suya and there's no, anyway, don't want to relive it. But no, yeah, some things have thingy. I'm gonna bring you some suya wings, Brent, one of these days.
Not if it tastes like jerk.
Why would it taste
No,
like
it don't taste
jerk?
like jerk, though.
It's like, why would it taste like jerk? That's a different culture.
What I mean is, if it has that same level of it's just heat and no
No,
flavor.
it's flavor. It's all flavor. I don't. Yeah, it's all flavor, man.
Bear in mind, I have tasted jerk chicken that is wavy, but like I asked Max the other day, is all jerk make the same? He said no. So
Oh yeah, because you don't make jerk.
So you don't like fried fish and that? Would they do it
I
with
love fried fish, but again,
You don't want escabeche? Peppered up pepper like
escabeche.
escabeche?
I don't know what that is.
You don't put that on your fish? Or you don't make your own peppers, and even when you're doing them pepper prawns and thing. Put the,
Escabeche.
Yeah, man. And put the Scotch bonnets in there, and the onions and the bell peppers, and like white vinegar and that. Cook it up, thing like that, and put it in and just lock it in. Put the
It's making me
pimentos in
hungry.
there, and you just got your whole. And then it's just hot. And then when you fry your fish, you pour it on the fish. Pepper.
I'm not interested in just heat.
No, but it's flavoursome. It's just leng.
You need to have a cookout.
This will blow your mind because you don't know what to do because you want to keep consuming because it's so peng, but it's hot. It's leng still. Fish. You like fish? You like swim around? I'm gonna pattern something for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you pass some for
So
me?
I will do
sounds silly.
I'll do my
Boy, bye.
You know, I also want you guys to taste pilau with pigtail in it.
With what intel in there?
Pigtail.
Why?
See, I eat pork, but I'm not a pigtail man.
What's
Why
pilau?
would I eat pigtails? I'm not
Like
eating
the
pigtails.
rice?
It's a one pot.
I'm not eating pigtails. I'll be honest
Yeah,
with you. I'm not eating pigtails.
The idea of a
No trotters, no hooves,
Listen,
none of them foolish
yeah,
things.
none of them body
I'm not
parts.
doing that.
Listen. You don't need to worry about the pigtail. I wouldn't even give you the pigtail. It's how the salted pigtail flavors the pilau. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
You wouldn't even need to worry about the pigtail.
It's giving toenail
Is that what it's
flavoring.
And tapeworm and
I wouldn't go that far. See that the concept of a one pot, I don't know, stresses me out a little bit. Why is
How?
everything going in one pot?
Huh? But you all have one pots in your culture.
No, we don't.
Really?
Yeah, we don't.
Wait, you have stir fry, right?
Yeah,
Like vegetable rice.
yeah, fried rice.
Just add meat in that.
Okay.
That's a one pot.
Okay. You see, when I say one pot, I don't know, it sounds soggy to me.
Because you're thinking, what's them Spanish? Paella?
Paella, yeah.
Nah, I'm not a fan of that.
Okay. What does your one pot look like? Is it dry?
Yeah, it is.
I don't like wet food.
It's moist. And when it is, you eat it the day after. Oh, people buy
So the girls sounded like when they got the power.
people
The power.
people buy the pilau the day after.
oh, serious.
Yeah, because it's that's when it is. It's been sitting. Ooh.
So it's not something you go to a restaurant and be like, I want it fresh.
No, you can't have it fresh.
No, but you wouldn't really request
People will
it.
go and ask for.
Can I have for yesterday's
Yeah,
one?
can I have yesterday's one. That's pilau.
Oh, that's all right. I can have that.
Of course you
It's
can.
banging. So you could.
And you have a little coleslaw. Ooh,
That sounds nice. I could actually have that.
ooh.
So who's hosting the cookout then?
The Morby.
All this food talk we're talking about.
Yeah, we will come summer proper
I'm talking about for the public. I'm talking about
for the public.
That's what I'm saying. I thought that's where you're going.
Nah.
Okay, sorry, carry on. It's too late.
Why? Maybe we can invite our moderators.
What were you saying before that?
Wow.
I'm not saying we can't. I'm just saying what. Like finish the sentence. So I know where we're going with this.
Wow, you're on a roll today. You got no headache. This is your privacy, Timon.
You know, it's nice. Since I sat here, I feel like my head is gone. Nah, I'm playing, man. But yeah, go on. What were you saying?
Yeah, I think summer we should bring a dish in each. Imai is gonna bring his shit.
Yeah, can you bring like seasoned beans? Can we, no, I think we should tell him what dish to bring in.
You know
So
what?
it's not like a company what the rest of us are eating.
I might bring in my my special extra special
Fried beans.
no vegan cornbread.
Okay, I can do that. That I can do.
It's nice, man.
This is bread.
So we're bringing food and you're bringing cake.
Yeah,
He's there, he's bringing
it's
garlic bread.
cornbread's
And
part
we
of the
just slap a
thing,
bit of
man.
garlic butter on it.
It's cornbread.
Nah, I want to taste these beans that you said is just so flavoursome and lovely. And I wouldn't want anything else after I finish eating it.
I mean, I never said all that, but you know, it's definitely nice.
Yeah, TDA barbecue would actually slap. That would actually
For
be lit.
real.
I don't understand. Ebony, you're saying Brent's acting like Trini food is different from the rest of the Caribbean? I don't understand what you're saying. I
Damn.
definitely know that we don't jerk things like Jamaicans jerk things. I never claimed that. And I said roti and curry, 100%, you will have it in Jamaica, but you ain't getting it better than you're getting it in Trinidad. 100%.
Oh,
Talk to me. And the pilau,
he said period.
is it part of your culture, pilau?
No, I had that.
But it's part of Trini culture.
Okay.
That's why I'm talking about it. Talk to me,
Period.
Ebony. Talk to me. And I will invite you to my yard
To the cookout. For the
to see Esther.
let's do it. Can she bring a dish there?
She'll bring plenty dishes.
I have a feeling she can cook.
Of course she can. She's Jamaican.
No. I've had some questionable Jamaican food from Jamaicans.
Impossible. That can't happen.
It did.
That's probably the women.
Wow. It's true.
The men are the better.
Because you
cooks
said
in
it, right?
Jamaica.
Are the men back that do all like a lot of
Actually,
Jamaican
you
men
know
cook?
what? Yeah, bare Jamaican men cook.
'Cause
When you go to the
that's what I
restaurants,
want.
you see when you go to the restaurants,
Yeah.
like even the good ones, the fast foods, it's usually a lot of them in this kitchen is the men.
Because I want to be with a man
But
that can cook.
though, in the home
want it.
though, the women kill it. So I don't understand. I don't know. I don't understand the logic behind that.
They don't take it on as a profession. The ones at home.
Yeah, they don't care enough.
So, yeah.
Because Caribbean women can cook. Of course they can. They can cook. They can cook bad. All the women in my family are chefs.
Maybe they
Yeah, I
don't
want to come
have
to the family thing of yours. The table spread always looks.
Well,
Oh, the
it's
food's
good,
probably
innit?
the best thing.
What?
The food's probably the best thing about my link ups. You come to
Yeah,
my house.
that's
Oh my
nice.
god. Oh
nice.
Lord, you change your life.
Do it- next
You come
time I
to
see us-
every. You come to one event. You'll come to every other event now, dude.
That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to be at. Because when I see them snaps, like, it all looks. I'm like, this looks so good.
Yeah, because they're on it, but it tastes as good as it looks. That's what we
I
can
love
say.
that.
I haven't cooked like a spread in a long time, you know.
It's fun doing that though.
I think you
No,
should,
no,
you
it's
know.
bloody fun. Well, obviously, everybody else has fun.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
you're never gonna eat once you finish, innit?
Do you know what?
Yeah,
You're never
can't.
gonna eat.
I think we should do it in summer. I'll help you. I'll help you with the cooking and cleaning and stuff like that.
Help me to cook.
No, as in like help you, like be your assistant, like help
So
with
you
the
think I
cleaning.
need help?
First of all, don't be stupid. Okay.
See, he said it.
No,
that was a-
no,
that was-
you set him up to say that.
That's what. What? That's
You
what it
started,
gave.
that's what he added up. He
No, I
added on to
asked
what you
you what
said.
help me to cook.
Your
because
whole
you just
demeanor
said-
gave that.
Exactly. You
Wait,
just
wait,
said,
wait. You're not
no,
allowed
no,
to do
no,
that.
No,
You're
no,
not
no. You're
allowed to
gaslighting
basically.
me.
Wow. I
Because
didn't
you
say
just
that though.
you did. You just said, yeah, it's all like everyone has fun because it's long for you, blah blah. I said, yeah, I said do it and I will come and help you in terms of like you can be cooking, I'll be cleaning and stuff. Like I will wash the pots and whatever, so you don't have to spread yourself too thin. Fuck you, cook your food yourself. I'm coming to eat your food.
But I didn't say how.
No.
And you said I gaslit you by saying help me to cook. How?
When he does this thing, yeah, pack a takeaway for me. I'm not coming.
Oh my goodness.
Fingers.
I'm glad everybody saw that in real time. I'm glad everybody saw
Yeah,
that.
everyone's
This is
seeing
what
you
happens to
move
me all the
mad in real time.
This is what happens to me all the time. And maybe it's because of how I talk. Is it the intonation in my voice that comes across as this is what I mean?
You're not a victim.
You guys
will
are
not
so
gaslight
bad.
me.
I see he's just chilling there, shaking his leg after causing his mischief. Can you imagine? Ah,
You did this.
let's go to the headlines. I'm not talking for the rest of the day.
Hey, this is-
We'll try to. All right, so our first headline. Again, back in the news, Mr. Boris Johnson. So the former Prime Minister Boris Johnson says he has given the UK government all the WhatsApp messages and notebooks demanded by the COVID-19 inquiry. Mr. Johnson is urging the government to hand the material to the inquiry in full without redactions. I don't know what he means by that. Maybe he's assuming they're going to try and mess him up in some way. But the inquiry, which begins public hearings in 2 weeks, is investigating how ministers handled the pandemic. The government has so far refused to hand over material it does not consider relevant. The COVID inquiry has given the Cabinet Office, the department that supports the Prime Minister in running the government, until 1600 on Thursday today to disclose all the information it has requested. The Cabinet Office has argued that ministers must have the right to discuss policies in private and says a leading lawyer is in the process of deciding what is relevant to the inquiry. But the inquiry's chairwoman, crossbench peer Baroness Hallett, said it was her role and not that of the government to decide what was relevant. Second headline, there's a trigger warning here of sexual assault. And an American woman who has accused US President Joe Biden of sexually assaulting her has flown to Moscow and is seeking Russian citizenship. Speaking to a state-run Russian news outlet, Tara Reid, who's 59, says she felt safe in the country and wanted to stay. Ms. Reid alleged that Mr. Biden assaulted her while she was working in his congressional office in 1993. He strongly denied the allegation, and he said basically, unequivocally, it never happened. Two nevers. So Ms. Reid worked as an assistant to Mr. Biden when he was a senator for Delaware. She made headlines in 2020 as his presidential campaign was getting underway when she claimed that he assaulted her in a Capitol Hill corridor when she was 29. She accused him of forcing her against the wall and putting his hands under her shirt and skirt. Ms. Reid was one of several women who came forward in 2019 and 2020 to accuse Mr. Biden of inappropriate touching, hugging, or kissing. She said that she had filed a complaint, although no record of this has been found, and it is unclear if her claim was formally investigated. And the last headline is about Phillip Schofield, a bit more of an update. And ITV has instructed a barrister to carry out an external review of the facts following Mr. Schofield's statement and departure from this morning. In a letter seen by the PA news agency, ITV's Dame Carolyn said, you will have seen the significant media coverage concerning Phillip Schofield. As you would expect, we take the matter extremely seriously and have reviewed our own records over the weekend. Given the ongoing rumours, we continue to ask questions of both parties, who have both continued to deny the rumours, including as recently as this month. There's been a lot of inaccuracies in the reporting, so I thought it would be useful to set out some facts. The letter was sent to the Culture Secretary, Lucy Fraser, Culture, Media and Sports Committee Chair, Dame Caroline Dineage, and the Ofcom Chief Executive, Dame Melanie Dorries. And that's it for the headlines.
Introduce the next segment, please.
Let's go into the topic of the day.
Thank you.
All right, so today's topic of the day, yeah. I feel like we've kind of touched on this in parts, right? But I kind of want us to kind of hit from a different angle today, right? And this is about age gaps in relationships, right?
Oh, God.
And the first question I want to put out there pretty much is, when it comes to like, I guess, starting and trying to continue in a good, long-lasting, healthy relationship, yeah, is it better for you to try and pair up with someone in a similar age to you, or a similar or a similar stage in life to you? That's where I want us to go with it. I don't really want us to go as to it's wrong if it's this big or this small, but same age or same stage, and why?
Oh, it's a bit tricky.
If you're not this, can you be in the same? Can you be in the same stage if you're not the same age?
That's the thing. That's why it's tricky.
Like, because your mindset might be there, or be grown or whatever. But like,
If you're younger than you.
you know what I'm trying to say? That
Yeah.
say someone younger than you, say like a girl, she might be. Then again, no, I don't know. Because if you're ready to settle down
is
and,
that?
and have kids and stuff, then
That's what I was thinking about stage-wise.
that's where you are. Oh, who's that? Robert De Niro.
No,
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino, that's it. I let him land, man. That's his 4th feet with this thing, innit? What is she, 29 or something?
Something like that, yeah. And he's what, 80?
82, I think.
82.
He just had his 4th feet with her. But
So
she knows what she's doing.
Are you saying, okay, so what's better? I think same stage is better.
Okay.
Because same age, you can be same age but still want different things. You can be same age. I don't think being the same age is what makes what makes a lasting relationship. I would say it's same stage. And that as well can be with age gap. So if it's an age gap, if you guys want the same things and you're in the same place where if you want the same things, then it's going to work. And if you're the same age and you want the same things, it's going to work. Because you could be the same age, not want the same things, it's not working. You could be age gap, not want the same things, it's not working. I would say same stage, is the most important thing.
So why is it then that typically, not necessarily us, right, but society at large kind of would see people, again, like Al Pacino and his missus here, right? Huge age gap.
Yeah.
But they may have similar stages. Like, obviously, his stage
Yeah.
is kind of like he's kind of leaving soon, right? But like,
That's the
you know
thing.
what I'm
It's not so it's different
His stage is
stages. It's
leaving soon.
unfair. Like, he's just looking for a clean mattress to die on.
Was in death.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
You think of a clean match? Sorry, am I the only one here what was saying?
What?
I wasn't addressing that. You said what you said. Why are you looking for a clean mattress to die on?
That's a saying, isn't
To be
it?
fair, if you're going to leave all your stuff to me,
Ain't that a thing? I thought that was a
if
thing.
you're going to leave your stuff to me, baby, mattress right here. That's fine.
Baby.
But in that situation with him, though,
take
yeah,
it.
do you feel like she's kind of just taking advantage?
No, I think they're both gaining something from each other.
Okay. Could they gain that without a child, though? Do you feel like she introduced the whole child thing?
Nah, she could have gained that
Assuming
without a
that
child.
she
you know.
That's an investment. She's.
It's an investment, but she could have gained all of that without a child.
I think so.
Nah, not.
Yeah, there's men who are with younger women, like married and stuff, and they just want to have fun.
Nah, you need jeopardy there. She ain't gonna be able to get. She can't get the same level of relationship she's got now with Al Pacino. Without.
Are they married?
I don't know.
don't think so.
I don't even know. But I'm saying
Okay, if you're not married, then you,
them
yeah.
4 youths will afford a different level to then if she was just a single 29-year-old bird. He has to be. There's difference. It has to be the kids. It just has to be different.
He ain't got fault with her, though.
Ain't he?
No, I think...
No.
Like, no.
It's his 4th one,
Yeah.
but this is
his
her first with
yeah.
him.
See, this is why I hate the internet, because I see someone tweeted the news. The story that I saw said it's his 4th youth with the thing.
No.
No.
It's his 4th youth.
Yeah.
And it's with this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so he ain't got 4 youths with this bird?
No.
You just got one with her?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think he met her in like, what, 2020, I think? Something like that.
Okay. How does Avabe Mons?
I'm not too sure, you know.
25. I'm joking, I'm playing. Okay, then yeah. In my mind, I thought they were married or something. Yeah, then yeah, they're both gaining something. Then he wants a young girl, and she's smart. She's made an investment, and I've got a baby with him now, and so I'm good for life essentially.
So when these men
Honestly,
are
like
doing
the
this,
kids,
are they
so
looking for
that's
like what? It's not what are they doing this for? Because they
Who?
know
Which one? Who?
them old men when they get like that. He's 82, so he knows he's not going to see his youths live to be like go college and all that. You get what I'm
I
trying
don't
to
care
say?
about that. That's not what it's about.
So what is it about? What's the point?
It's just having fun. I guess when you feel like you don't have, when you just you're in search of stuff, wherever you find it, you find it. So who knows what kind of breath of fresh air she brings to his life and stuff. That might be it. She's giving him a reason to live at age 82.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting though. I do get why people go up in arms about. How old is she?
29.
And he's 82.
Yeah, but she's an adult woman, can make her choice
no, that's
that
fine.
she wants.
No, but
people
me
get up in
though,
arms about it.
I just can't think about lips in him. Like smell like old people. That's nasty. But I feel like I think that's what it is. I'm not against age gaps. I'm against age gaps up until a certain point.
Okay.
I feel like once you're an adult woman, or an adult man, because it goes both ways, then it is what it is.
But just to, obviously I'm thinking about some of the previous shows, right?
Yeah.
You kind of consider that adult age to be later though than 18. You consider
Yeah. So mine's not 18.
So-
I don't think you're an adult at 18.
So what is your like minimum where it's like, okay, you lot can do whatever you want?
I think from the age of 25, I won't side eye an age gap. But again, depending on how big the gap is.
Okay.
From 25, I'm not side eyeing an age gap. When the age gap, I think from 25, if the age gap is double your age, I'm not even side eyeing it. It's just, it's not my business, I'm not side eyeing it. But I think for me personally, I wouldn't want to be with somebody who's twice, like,
Yeah.
do you mean?
What are the big disadvantages that make you say, you know what, twice my age, I can't do this?
All right, so I have a suitor, right?
Okay.
And he's basically nearly twice my age.
Okay.
But I'm just like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel.
But why though?
I don't know, because I also think that if he looked like Idris Elba or something, he's good looking. He's actually he's good looking for his age. But I don't know what it is, because he's been married before, says he's separated. But until I see divorce papers, you chatting shit. Not gonna get me like that. And he's got a kid. Actually, no, I think what put me off him though was like, he wants to have more kids.
Okay.
So he was being greedy.
But he's only got one.
Yeah. You're an old man. You're an older man.
And he
What
needs to
do you
have
want
them-
me with my young body for
He
this
needs,
for?
he needs to have them now before, so he
man.
can see his kids play football in the park. And
I'll be honest
thing.
with you. If I'm gonna, like, I don't mind the age gap. I will marry. So I actually want to be with someone who's older than me now. Like, so yeah. Well, that's a whole conversation for another day. But if we're getting to if we're getting to like 15 plus
Okay.
stages, right? You cannot want me to have your child.
But why though?
I'm here for shits and giggles. I'm sorry, but you're older, yeah. You should be like, in my mind, yeah. If I was that age, this is my time to enjoy life. What are you changing nappies for? So if I'm with an older guy, that's an advantage for me. If I was gonna be with a guy who's 20 years older than me, I wouldn't mind being. I could be with a guy who's like, if you look good and whatever, and you take care of yourself, and we look good together, I'm fine with that. But I'm not coming into this for manual labor of labor. This is like, in my mind, this is your time to relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor. And I'm here to enjoy with you and provide you company and good loving.
But if you got with somebody who's maybe, I don't know, 3 to 5 years older than you,
Yeah.
you would expect him to want kids from you.
Yeah, because that's the stage of life he's at. So in my mind, when you're 50 plus or 45 plus, the stage of life you're at is not a stage of, let me be doing nappy changes and chasing the child around the park.
But then it's like you're worrying, like, for him.
No, I'm worrying for myself.
But you would
I'm
do
not
it for
here for
somebody
this.
who's just a few years older than you.
Yeah, but he's a few years older. We're in the similar stages. do you what I'm saying? Do you get what I mean?
I get what you're saying, but it's like, I'm thinking...
Because this is your relaxing time, sir.
But that's what I'm saying. Everything you're saying is kind of like, you're worried, like, your concerns
It's
are
for
for him.
him.
Yeah, not for yourself.
Maybe because I feel like as well, you're going to die soon and leave me with a baby.
Okay, so maybe...
Maybe there is that as well, maybe.
But 15 years older than you is not like... It's not old.
Now, 15 years older than me is fine. But again, it depends what the person's like. I feel like if you're like, because Al Pacino, right?
Yeah.
I ain't having his babies. That's an old man.
Yeah, he's
But,
very old.
do you know what I mean? I don't know how Idris Elba is. No, Maurice Chestnut. Say you look like Maurice Chestnut, you're fit, you look good. Like, I'll have all your babies, baby. Let's do it. Do you get what I mean? But if you're looking like an old person, and then when you go and drop the kid now, they think it's the granddad that came to do school drop off. That kid's gonna get bullied. It's not fair.
Well, Al Pacino's previous kids, his firstborn, I believe, is 33 years old. He's got he's got twins after that who are 22. So
His first kid is older than his current girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Christmas dinner is awkward, boy.
And obviously, and De Niro, yeah.
When your stepmom's younger than you, that's crazy, isn't it?
Listen,
It's gonna be beef at the table, boy.
always. Can't tell me what to do.
And you know, I got the date wrong, the year wrong, when the two of them met. They actually met last year. Well, they were romantically linked since last year, April. So it's just over a year. And
If she's come up, man. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I don't think there's anything untoward going on here. This transaction seems like it works for them. As Esther saying, she's giving him something to live for 82, and she's just investing in her future.
Yeah.
Because she ain't gonna have to put with him for too much longer anyway.
And that's why I think it's smart. Like, except the baby part. If there was an old man who was like, oh, I really like you, I want to date you, blah, blah. Of course I want
No,
to...
the baby's smart because she might not have got in the will, but the baby should be in there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was going to say. Next, I have to make sure I'm in the will. I'm not doing all of this for charity work. What do you think this is?
If you want to be in the will, then you got to have the baby.
Yeah.
How about if I marry you? I raise you. One marriage, no kids.
He's got to be
'Cause that's
smart enough
long,
to see
man.
that coming. You can't be
Yeah,
29 trying to
exactly.
marry me at 82 and think you're going to get on the will. That's brazy.
It's something.
Nah.
I'm making the last final years of your life lit, you know. Better than Margaret and them and Grace and them did. And you can't cut me a little piece? Selfish.
But you know what? There's quite a few Hollywood famous couples, right? With big age gaps as well. So George Clooney, 62, and his wife, Amal Clooney, 45.
But look at George Clooney, though. Get it any day. He's beautiful.
And they've been together for almost like a decade now, so that's lasting. Remember Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Yeah.
He's 78 now, and she's 53, so a good 25 years. They've been married since 2000, so 23 years going strong.
But I feel like when I'm older, I feel like when I'm maybe in my 30s, it wouldn't be that bad to me.
The
'Cause I know the max I'm going right now.
The gaps are not. It just depends on where you move. If you just move them
If you-
along
yeah,
the
you gotta move
timelines,
it,
then
yeah.
some of them they become a bit more palatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 15 years, if you're 30 and 45, it's like it's great.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's just a decision you wanted for yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? Like when you move that back to like 24, and then someone's like 38 or something like that, then you start looking and thinking. It's just where you just move them, you just make a question. But you say that could run. You was on that.
First of all, you're loud. No, but it would. But I think
So
it
how
gets
come
to
the women?
25.
How come the women can just own it and just hug it, yeah, and just this is what I want, old man, and you saying that's like a common thing. When men are vocal about the young gal, yeah, they're getting vilified.
Yep.
Like what's the science behind that?
Look, do you know what it is? I think it is for a lot of women, I think it is a trauma response and it's a PTSD. Because a lot of women, the first interactions, I don't want to say a lot of women, but some women, the first interactions of being desired by men was by older men. And it's very, very uncomfortable. Like older men saying, oh, like you're growing, like you're getting hips and you're getting breasts. So it's very, very perverted. And I think that's why women respond the way they do.
But
That's
even-
why I respond the way I do.
But even some men kind of respond as well and say, why would you be with this younger girl, for example?
Yeah. So that's where it comes from. I think it's that when you see an age gap that's wild like that,
That's just not
it
that,
takes you
man. I've
back
had
to
older
where you-
women telling me I've been handsome from I've been young. You get me? They go
Yeah,
to
but
them parties,
that's the
some of
thing.
my mum's friends and that. You think I don't know how I could cook them if I wanted to?
that's the problem though. See? She's trying to cook them, we're not.
Sheila said that you're easy on the eye, man, yo.
Excuse me?
Just read the comments.
This
That
guy's
caught
a
my
side
eye.
trouble.
That caught my eye, sorry.
What's she saying for an older man?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
You're just good at adding on to stuff today, aren't you? You are. Bloody hell, mate.
But yeah.
You just feel, I was like, where was we? Where was we?
All right, so yeah.
Yeah, I think so. We're talking about the scale.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, at 24, I'm not dating a guy who's like 38. At this age now, though, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like when you start moving, I feel like it just has to shift as you get older. But I think if I was 30, I would be with someone who's like 48.
But if you're 30, you could be with a man that's 55 and no one can't tell you nothing, really, innit?
No, exactly. For me, it's just about you being an adult. But I think also things and this is the thing as well with relationships. That's why I said with them, they're probably getting something from each other. I'm sure they help each other in some kind of way because he must be a smart man. He's got all that money. But this is the thing: when you look at relationships from the outside, you don't know what the significance. You don't know how valuable it is to the people that are in the relationship. So sometimes you just never understand. But unfortunately, in society, you're just gonna have to. I know that if I brought a 50-year-old man home, I'm getting eyebrows from my entire family. But then it's about, do I care enough to break this up?
It's each to their
Probably
own, innit?
not.
Because you know, like some people, like some young people, or even some people are like old souls. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, have just always been mature in it. So you see like old people and young people, and you think like, what have they even got in common? But some young people are like old souls and matures and all that. But then some people probably wouldn't even want that. There might be some old man who's talking about, I don't want no old soul. Like,
I want a young girl.
I'm old. Like, I don't need no old soul. I
trying
need
to hit the
someone.
club.
Yeah, I need someone young and
Yeah.
like trying to live vicariously for. I need
Yeah.
someone younger than me, vibrant. Someone that's got way more energy than me because I
Yeah.
want. You get what I'm trying to say?
And that's why, like, I date older.
Because you
Because
want.
of the maturity, like obviously if I meet someone my age who is as mature as me and blah blah, that's fine. But I like the idea of people having someone I can learn from and all that kind of stuff, and maturity. I do think it's that.
Why is it such a problem, yeah, when women openly want older men? I think it's
Because
like it's the
sometimes-
minority of women that would like younger men. Like the majority of women openly, like their type, their style, their whatever, they openly just want older men. So this is what women want.
I do think there's something to address there though, because I dated an older guy, but I had to address when I asked Esther Iman, who's frustrating first, my lover who's older than your mum, dad, or your parents.
So?
So basically, you know, like culturally, when we greet, we like the ladies courtesy and the men the ballet.
Okay.
So basically, if I brought my home, my man, if my man is older than my mum, that's the thing. I think I would draw the line there. My man can't be older than my mum. That's wild.
That's crazy, man.
That's wild.
Yeah, because if you're older than your dad, that means you want to fight. That means you must want someone to
That means
fight.
they're sitting there together. Nah, that's disgusting sight. But yeah, basically, I feel like with the women, I'll be honest, I think it is something to address. I think any woman who likes older guys, you have to sit down and address it. Sometimes it is daddy issues. Sometimes it is, yeah, that's it. That white figurine,
Okay.
that's basically that's what boys do to greet, and then ladies courtesy.
Oh yeah, they keep doing that in Gangs of Lagos.
Yeah. So oh yeah. So I think you got to address it. Like when I was dating an older guy, I had to ask myself why it was I was dating him, just to make sure it's come from a healthy place. I think a lot of women who want older men, it's not come from a healthy place. It's not.
Don't think so?
No, it's not. A lot of it is daddy issues, and that also that shows up in the relationship, or how it is that you see that person. Do you see that person as? It just shows up in the way you interact with that person, how you are with that person. I feel like there's something to respect your partner, but when it's like you're treating your partner like they're your parents, that's unhealthy, and that's what some girls do, where the partner now is like her parent. It's weird, man.
I don't like just that. Like it's just always like it's just messed up. You just hear it or you just see it, yeah, and you just always assume like there's the man's some type of predator. But these young girls, yeah, are serious about their intentions and about their goals or what they want. Like, you know what I'm trying
There
to
are
say?
some
Like,
young girls I speak to
and
and
they
I
don't
say,
have
girl.
they don't have no issues. You know what I'm trying to say? That I'm an older man. I could speak from experience from man telling like younger girls like you might want to fall. This ain't.
You don't want this.
You don't want these problems. You might want to fall back.
Yeah, you'll be having problems, boy.
And they're like, nah.
I can handle it.
This is what I want. Like this is what I'm looking. You get me? It's like so. It's not. It goes hand in hand, innit? Because anything anybody's ever done, man or woman or whatever, or you've had a partner in crime, innit? So it takes two to tango, innit? Like you're both involved in it. There's toxicity in it in both ways, whether it be the older guy lacking the young girls or the young girls lacking the older guys. But we never want to address it. We just want to point out and just vilify people. Like
Yeah, I think you can. I think it can be very healthy, but again, it depends on the dynamics in the relationship, the power. Like for me, if I'm with an older guy, I can't have an older guy be condescending. I can't have an older guy who's consistently pointing out my age and making me seem like I don't have. Yeah, like obviously I don't have as much life experience as you have, but I don't need you using that against me all the time, and that's where things can get very tricky. Do you know what I mean? So that in my personally, I don't believe that's a healthy situation to be in. But if I was with an older guy where maturity wise we're equally yoked and stages of life were equally yoked, whatever, it makes sense. It's a relationship. But there is a dynamic. I think sometimes some men who want younger women, and I've also experienced this where the older guys who've wanted me is because they feel like I'll be easy to manipulate.
Yeah.
But you don't even know.
Yeah.
Then I open my mouth and then I realize, no, not this one. Do you get what I mean? There's that. And also some women who want older men is because it's like, oh, like, he's going to be like my father. That's wild. No.
See, it's funny you say that because I was reading an article here where this guy, I think he's the owner of a dating website or something like this, right? And he was basically talking about how these double standards exist. He's basically saying for women, right, that want older men, like Marx is saying, it's okay because their reasoning is, I want someone who's mature, emotionally intelligent, financially secure, stable, all these nice things. But for a man, it's he's creepy. He wants someone who's easy to manipulate. Why is it like this? Why can't it be, I just want somebody who's youthful, beautiful, and...
But that's the thing, that's
you know
what I'm saying. It's a trauma response, man. Unfortunately, it's one of the double standards in society that just exists, sadly. Same way men can sleep with anyone they want to sleep with and women can't. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just there's certain double standards that's just there for each gender. And that is just one of them.
That's fair.
And unfortunately, because a lot of young girls grew up with older men perving on them, it's like we don't have receipts to disprove this theory. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like case in point. A lot of women, when you speak to them, the earliest memories is from older men, not the boys in their class.
Esther might be right, you know. It really might just be a double standard that's just set in stone.
It's just set.
Like the younger girls can hound and chase down these older men as long as they want, yeah. But in the situation, if the men are doing it, it's the men that are going to be seen to be predators and creepy. The women ain't going to get that label. You know what I'm trying to say? Same way like with people being promiscuous and the men can sleep with whoever they want and do whatever they want, and when the women join in, it's usually the women who are going to get that label as whores and slags, whatever, and the men ain't never really going to get it. And there's not really much you can do about it. I don't think she's right. I don't think it's ever going to change. I don't think there's nothing you can do
I don't think it will change. I don't think it will change.
Well, then look at... would you then say these double standards are kind of, in some ways, kind of justified, or at least started in a place where it's like, okay, this makes sense. So, for example, why is it that a man who's maybe established and got certain things in life wants to get with a 19, 20-year-old?
Yeah. Because
You know what I'm
it's
saying? Like,
yeah. It is difficult. I told you when I went to Nigeria, this man offered to marry me on the spot.
so in his mind now, like assessing that situation, what is he thinking?
He's thinking she's a young girl. That's like, because some men, it's like the fact that you're young, I guess you're not used up, quote unquote used up. If they want to have more kids, like your womb, you're more likely to be able to have no complications when it comes to giving birth. And you're just young, like you're a new toy. It's a new toy. That's how they think about it. You're a new toy.
Yeah, but is that wrapped up in predatory stuff or just the way of thinking? Like, say that it's
I think it's
new,
predatory.
It's new, it's better. It's like if someone offered me a 911 Porsche here that was on a 2016 plate, and then someone showed me a 911 Porsche here that's a 2023 plate. Why am I creepy or pervert? Because I want this. I want the newer. It is like it's saying it's young, but it's newer. It's fresher. It's in their mind. It's better. This is it's not about creepy. It's just this is a better version of.
It's tricky to use that example when it comes to this scenario, because with this scenario, women are objectified. Women are like, there's a lot that goes on, and how women are just seen as sexual objects to be used. And that's what that whole thing about wanting a younger woman is that the wife you've already got at home, she's been used. You've been there, done that, whatever, however many times. I want something fresh. There is an objectification to
People
that.
said
that comes
from the beginning of time,
sexual.
women mature quicker than men and stuff like that. They've been telling us this our whole lives, adolescence, right? So it's not
but that's
crazy to believe that you can connect like on a maturity level with someone that's younger than you, innit? People that grow together in situations and stuff like that, people have been together their whole life and partners have been together since childhood and all that. You'd usually find, they're of similar age gaps, similar age group because you grew together, innit? You get what I'm trying to say? That so that makes sense and you last the test of time. I can understand why. So if you've been with your childhood sweetheart, cool, you will be the same age, 2 years apart, 3 years apart, whatever. If you've gone through that and then you break up and then you go through life as adult as a single man, especially if you've been in a relationship already, and you hit 30 plus, chances are your gal's not going to be, if you're 35, chances are your gal that you meet is not going to be 35. For everything that we spoke about, for women maturing quicker, women liking older men, boom, like your dating pool is going to be 5 to 10 years younger than that.
Yeah.
And that's just normal, and it gives you more life in a sense of like do you get what I'm trying to say? That so why is that frowned upon? Like that's normal. That's just life, innit?
Yeah.
So I don't understand why you wouldn't understand why a man would go and look for a girl 10 years younger than him or whatever when he's that age.
That's the thing that my thing is about going to look for something. I said ideally my preference would be to be with someone who's older than me. That could be 1 year, between 1 year and 15 years, right? That's why I'm open to that. However, I'm not going in search for that. Do you know what I mean? If I meet somebody who's my age, who's mature as well, and we like we're in different, like we're equally yoked in everything that's important to me, values, morals, the way we think, maturity, all that kind of stuff, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
My issue is that some men specifically go
They
like
say that, but it's what
force
we're
young girls. That's
it's what we're drawn
creepy,
to. It's what
man.
we're drawn to each other. All my friends that I grew up with and stuff like that, and rest of the day, like females, like all of them that are the same age as me are people that I know properly. When you go out into the world and you're out in social settings and whatnot,
but
it's
that- yeah,
insane.
but you know
the
that
people
when
that you meet are generally younger than you.
Yes, but if you met a woman who, okay, so you have a younger woman. You meet a woman who has everything that you look for in a woman, everything that you desire, whatever. Would you not move to her, even though she's your age?
Yeah.
Exactly. There are some men who she can have everything.
Oh, but
she can be every woman. It's all in her. They don't care. They go in specifically. And when you find the young girls they're with as well, they're not looking for a young girl who's independent, who knows what she's doing, who's educated, who's this and that. It's I'm not talking about, like, I'm speaking to the whole why it's seen as a perversion thing.
Yeah.
So I'm only speaking to the guys
Those
who
type
are
of guys.
those type of guys. Yes, I'm making that clear. I'm not speaking about men in general. I'm speaking about those type of guys who go searching. And when they go searching, they don't go searching for a woman who knows her stuff, who knows her value, who knows her worth, who's working, who owns businesses. They're looking for a woman that is easy to mold.
Yeah,
and
that's
to
true.
shape and to do. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. And then some of them, when they start talking to you and they see that you're strong-minded, they're not attracted to you anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not speaking to men in general. I don't think there should be this thing of where we just pass judgments on people's relationships straight off if it's a healthy age.
It's when there's patterns, I
It's
think.
when there's patterns, and that's the thing, because they go in search for these
'Cause
things.
I've said this on the show before. My brother could be my age and told me tomorrow he slept with a girl that's 23, 22, whatever. And I wouldn't,
by an eyelid.
I would not necessarily by eyes. If he showed me and she was nice enough, and I was like, okay, I understand why you done that.
Yeah.
That's fine. Let's move forward. If like the next 5, 6, 7 things he showed me was all that age group,
Right, listen
then
here,
I'm
Leonardo.
gonna start to think, there's
Something wrong.
There's
Trouble in there.
there's a pattern forming here.
Yeah.
Killy, this
And
is your
that's
style.
the issue, is the pattern. So I feel like if you fall in love with somebody who is older than you or younger than you or whatever, that happens. That's life. That's how you meet people. Do you get what I mean? But if it's a thing where like every single person you make it a point to make sure she's younger than you, even with women,
Like Leonardo.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
But I believe the same with women as well, though. I believe with women as well, because there's women who will be presented with men who are the same age as them or like a couple years older than them, and he's got everything. He works well. He's a sensible human being. He's honest. He's a good man. But because he's not older than you, I think that's problematic as well. It's as problematic for me to target an older guy as it is problematic to target a younger woman.
I think also, what do you think of this particular idea, right? That women, for example, prefer older guys because they want to have a dynamic where they're kind of forced to respect him. Because a lot of the time, right, you got a woman who's 30, for example, with a guy who's 30, 32, the same age group, and you just go back and forth because you've both seen life, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes she might be thinking, in my house, I want to maintain this whole, he's the head of the household. I don't really want to be in a situation where I'm talking to somebody on the same level. I want to be able to learn from him. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to give him that due respect as the man of the house.
Yeah.
And I think the age gap helps.
Yeah.
What do you say to that?
I think that's
particular
really, personally, my personal opinion, I think that's nonsense.
Why?
Because that makes no sense to me. You either respect your partner, or you don't respect your partner.
Yeah.
I will be with a man if I was with a guy who's 2 years younger than me, I'm treating him because he's my partner. It's not about the age.
What did he say?
Basically saying about women. Actually, no, you explain it.
So you know how like you may have a woman, for example, who's like 30 or whatever. She's dating a guy who's same age group, 30, 32, whatever. But in her mind, she's thinking, I'll prefer an older man because at least I can show him that due respect. Sometimes if somebody's the same age, we've seen life together, like same experiences, this, that, and the third, I can get into back and forths. But I would prefer to have a man who's the head of the household and I'm put in a position where I know he can teach me stuff. I can learn from him. He's done certain things. And so it's almost like I'm kind of compelled to respect him because of that age gap. And I'll prefer that.
Maybe that's how women think, though.
But I think that's weird. I don't think that's healthy to think.
There is something about that. Women want to be, what's the word? Like,
Controlled.
not controlled, but like nurtured and that, and like felt protected and looked after.
Yeah,
People
but-
who buy into those things.
Yeah.
That's what they want. And women like the idea of a man that can teach me something. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
I think that's what it
that's
is.
why you don't like immature boys. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you're not all equally yoked. You don't seem like you've been here long. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I need someone I can feel safe with, someone I can have conversations with, someone that I feel like can. And women enjoy that stuff.
No,
like,
but my
they like that
immaturity,
stuff.
though, I have to clear that. My immaturity is not to do necessarily with your age. I've met men who are older than me and they're flipping immature. And I've met men who are young, the same age as me, and they're more mature than the older guy. So my immaturity is not to do with age. I think that's weird because for me, the way I see relationships, the way I see partnerships, the way I see marriage, I'm respecting my partner regardless. So if my man was 2 years younger than me, I'm not showing him any less respect because he's 2 years. Like, my respect for you as my partner is not tied to your age. At all.
Do you not think that?
So I'm not gonna respect you more because you're older than me. And this is where that unhealthy dynamic comes into it. Because he's going to be aware that you're respecting him because he's older than you, and he's going to lord that over you.
Not necessarily.
I think he will. If you're going into a relationship, because if you're going into a relationship where there's a big age gap, so you can respect the man, that is going to play out in your relationship.
Not necessarily so you can, but like it adds to the dynamic. It adds to the thing where like.
But why does your partner have to be?
levels.
But why does your partner have to be older than you to respect your partner? You should respect your partner, period. Because they're your partner.
You should, but sometimes it's easier to do because you just know there's more reasons for why I respect you.
No,
I'm not
that's
disrespecting you
unhealthy.
because you're my man and my husband, but because there's other you come with wisdom, you come with experience, you come with, you know what I'm saying, certain things. So
Yes,
that
but
I can respect that.
Yeah, but so would you who's young. This is the thing. Like, I'm not trying to be with anyone. If I'm with an older person, I'm with an older person who I can learn from. I choose to learn from everybody. I learn from my niece.
No, but even
Do you know what I
so,
mean?
as a woman,
No, but
if he was
wait.
with a guy that he would have to exude all of that stuff.
No, but
So
wait,
even if he
though.
was younger, he would present mature and old, and he would still have all them things that you like. He would need it for you to respect him like that. Even if he was younger than you or the same age as you,
Yes,
the way he carried himself
Yes, but that's
would
what
be
I'm-
like an older man.
Yeah, but you're proving my point. Respect is not tied to age because he could be younger than me and still be wise, still be intelligent, still be someone I will learn something from the same way he will learn from me. Like, the older guy I'm trying to be with, he's going to learn stuff from me as well because no one knows everything. I just think it's unhealthy for you to attach respect and age to that because you telling me that he's older than you, so I can't remember exactly how you worded it. For me, that speaks to parental issues. I'll be very honest with you. That's what it speaks to.
Yeah, but
that speaks to you wanting a parent, and that's the dynamic I'm talking about. Is unhealthy.
No, I don't want to speak for you, yeah, but I'm saying if you was gonna go with, you're saying that age don't matter, yeah. So like you go with a guy that was younger than you, however, even if it was like I don't know 25, whatever, boom, boom, yeah. But from what I'm guessing is that like, even if you could make that decision and still have the respect for him, yeah, the way this 25-year-old's gonna be is not gonna be like the typical 25-year-olds. Like he would stand.
mature.
He would stand apart from the rest of them and be more mature in it. So it still speak like he's an outlier in it. It would still speak to you needing that age, that maturity, that he would have to exude all of that stuff.
Yeah, but this
he couldn't be immature and
but that's the thing,
and get
though.
that from you.
Maturity is not linked to age. Like, it's not a causation. Like, what's it called? It's not a cause and effect with age and maturity. So if I was with a younger guy and he is mature and whatever, it's not because he acts like he's a 45-year-old. It's not that. That's not where the maturity is coming from. Do you get what I mean? So, but I think it's just how I think. This is the same. You don't letting your mum slap your partners and stuff. I just like, my partner is someone I will respect. Anybody that's in my life is someone I respect.
Yeah.
You don't have to be older than me for me to. I have friends who are younger than me that I respect. I respect the opinions of anybody who I respect. So I can't. For me, I'm not saying it is what it is for whoever it is, each their own. But my ears, it sounds weird to me that you would like somebody older because it gives you more of a reason to respect them. If you don't respect me, please don't respect me.
Let me ask you this. Okay, watch this, right? You dating someone that's your age group, right? Exactly the same age you are, or even a year younger than you. Do you feel like you'll be exactly the same? Your dynamic with that person will be exactly the same as if you was with somebody who was 40 years old?
Dynamic in what way, though?
Just in how you talk to the person, in any way that you can kind of, in your mind, in any way that you
I think we
you
could
feel.
be.
The same. Somebody
think
who's,
it could
who's
be.
40.
Listen, I've met some very old fools. Agbayas.
No.
Like, I've met some very, like, older people that have they are 10 years old in their mind.
But you know what the thing is, yeah? Not to cut you, right? I don't want us to talk about the ones who Because typically, the reality is this. Typically, with age comes experience, comes wisdom.
Absolutely.
Right? It's not always the case. So I don't want
Yeah.
to talk about the ones who are not serious. Because typically, those who, with age, don't get the wisdom are typically people who are not really doing anything in life anyway. So forget those type of people.
You'd be surprised.
But someone who's sensible, right?
Yeah.
Who's 40 years old
Yeah.
is with you,
Yeah.
compared to a guy who's same age you or a year younger than you or whatever. You feel like the dynamic in that relationship will be the same.
I don't see any relationship flourishing more than the other.
Not necessarily flourishing, but the dynamic, like how you talk to the person, how you guys relate, like just certain things. So
Because that dynamic is what will make me be with them in the first place. So if our dynamic is not the same anyway, I wouldn't be with you. So if I'm with someone who's 2 years younger than me, and I'm someone who's 10 years older than me, the dynamic has to be there for us to be together in the first place. For this to have ever been a thing. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, obviously you got like if I'm with someone older, they've got more life experiences. But then the younger people who have experiences, I have more experiences than some people that are older than me.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's about what you've been exposed to and what you've been through and all that kind of stuff. So I just don't think it's that. But yeah, it's just
I don't know, like for me, I just feel like automatically a woman would kind of treat a man who's like 40, for example, let's just say she's 28, 29, 30, and she's dating a guy who's 40. I feel like there's going to be a certain level of, I don't want to say but you would see him in a different light to somebody who's your own age group.
And that's why I avoid. That's how I know. If I feel like that when I'm dating an older guy, that's how I know, this is not healthy for me.
But is that something that's not healthy from your side? Because I'm not saying that it's him that's trying to do anything.
It's not healthy from my side. I'm not with you for the right reasons. If I'm with a old guy who's older than me, I question why it is. Like I actually sit down. What is I'm attracted to? What is it that he brings to the table? What can I give? Like I have a conversation with myself to make sure it's not coming from an unhealthy place. I think a lot of things that people do comes from an unhealthy place. Yeah. In the same breath as well, I sit down and think, what is it about me that he's attracted to? What is it about me that he likes? What is it about me that makes this person older than me be able to be like? What is it about me, the age gap, that makes us compatible? I do that. If you're older than me and I feel like not worshipping the ground you walk on, but I put you on a pedestal just because you're older than me. That's not healthy. Me personally, the way I operate, the way I'm set up, that's not a healthy place for me to be in.
I don't think it's
because I feel like over time, I don't believe I can be myself. I will not be able to be myself because in my mind, it's like I have an opinion. I'm like, oh, do you know what? Actually, he's older than me. He probably know more. I'm not gonna get to express myself. I'm not gonna get to. I won't be myself.
See that thing that you said about not being yourself. Yeah, I feel like that's one of the things that kind of ties into the age gap, but not necessarily like in a bad way. For example, you might joke certain types of jokes with someone in your own age group, right? As women or whatever, or as boys or whatever. Yeah. But you may not have that same joke with your husband who's 10, 15 years older. Yeah. Because he doesn't really like joke about nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing though, and that's why I say you have to be equally yoked, because if I'm with someone who's older, that will be someone who gets stuff. They'll understand what I do as a job. They'll understand the media stuff and they might not be fully engrossed in it, but he understands that, she's got a show and she goes there this and this is that and that kind of content. Like we have interests. That is where interests come into it. I can't be laughing at a joke and you don't get it. What we relating on then? Yeah. We like different comedians. We watch different things. Like, this is it. So with the age gap as well, you have to have similar interests. 100%. So when I joke about something, you get what I'm saying. When I use a slang word, you get it. Even if you don't get it, I'm like, oh, this is what that means. Now we're using each other's slang. Like, there has to be level of interest. If I'm with someone who I can't joke him because he doesn't get that kind of joke, he's a serious man. I can't be with a guy like that. The guys my age who are like that, where they don't get it. I can't be with that. That's clipping my wings. I can't have that. I can't even throw shade. He's telling me, oh, that's stupid, isn't it? Excuse me? Sorry? So you have to have similar interests. We have to have like same kind of music. We have to like the kind of same kind of stuff, like same activities, same hobbies. Not everything all the same, but we have to have stuff where we can do together. If we can't, then what are we doing here?
But that's what girls probably need more substance. Stuff like that's probably easier for men, innit?
Yeah.
I think with men will probably need, like, especially once he's made his mind up, especially an older man like that, he'll probably need less than that, innit?
What do you mean?
Like when you're saying like the jokes and thing, like an old man, like some of them old men that are doing their thing when they pattern up with these young girls, do you think they care whether she gets his jokes or not? Like, I'm saying they need different things in it. Like she looks the part, she's on it,
Yeah. It's a trophy. No, it's arm candy. It's a trophy for them. But that's the thing there, because he doesn't care that he doesn't get her jokes, but he would want her to get his jokes. There's a dynamic. Do you know what I mean? With these, there's a dynamic, man. So she can't express herself, but he will express the shit out of himself.
But also, like I think
man.
you kind of touched on, yeah, and before we kind of wrap up, yeah, I think it's just people just want different things at different stages in their lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily that it's someone trying to be a predator or trying to take advantage or manipulate. Like if you're 40 years old and at that point in time, like you're a CEO or you're making X amount of P's every year, this, that, and the third, you may just want a woman who's confident.
Yeah.
And you don't really care about her career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be able
You want to have kids.
It's
You
messed
know
up,
what I'm
innit?
saying?
Yeah, because of the dynamics between men and women, yeah, like, and we all know what it is, innit? Like, we all know what it is, innit? So especially when you get into them age groups and age gaps and stuff like that in them relationships, yeah. Because just law of averages, the chances are in some of them situations there's going to be manipulation involved. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there are some men who start off with untoward ambitions and whatnot, and women who can get manipulated into doing certain things. So you have to acknowledge that and admit that. And because that's true, all of the relationships get tarred with the same brush.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's what the problem is. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, and then people come and people have to fight for their relationships or prove themselves just because there's an age gap there. But they're in genuine relationships. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, but we don't know the difference between what's not and what's not. We don't know what's in people's heart and what's in their household. You get me? So I think that's what the main problem is. There's always going to be some type of there's going to be some kind of trouble in there. You get me? But it's just not all across the board, innit? But it's just like one of them stereotype things. I don't think we're gonna because you can't just ignore it. You have to always think about worst case scenario just to safeguard, just to make sure people are, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, don't just want to just, it's calm. No, like, just to be safe, you have to question it.
True.
Everything all right over there? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's harsh, but it's life, isn't it?
Especially if you know the person, you feel like, wait, this person's kind of changing over time.
That's the thing, and
being
I think
with this person, this older person or this younger person.
because think about it, like even when you're the same age, sometimes you can start changing in relationships.
Yeah, that's true.
So imagine if that dynamic is like older. I think people just need to address why it is that you want to be with someone older. Women need to address why it is that they want to be with an older man. Yeah. And men need to address why it is that they want to be with a younger person. It's not all toxic, it's not all weird and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just your preference, and sometimes it's the stages of life you're at. If guys your age are not ready to settle down and whatever, and an older guy, like that will be one of my reasons, is that older guy, like someone my age might want to be doing talking stage for the next 3 years. Baby, I could marry during that time. Do you know what I mean? So it's just about like finding someone who you just make sense with. I don't think it's all talks about. I do believe that you have to question things. You have to just to make sure it's coming from the right place.
If you don't want to stop it, the girls have to have a conversation.
But you know, girls ain't talking about nothing.
No, I'm just saying it's the females who can stop this, nip it in the bud. The men, I know you mean like the men are the predators, and they're not in the position of power here.
That's true.
You get me?
Women
The women are the ones who like the older men, and this is what, like you don't need to have a conversation in the community.
Because
if you don't want to dead it, you can dead it.
But that's the thing, they won't though, because we've also obviously got at the moment we've got this whole movement about this whole sugar daddy thing, and because he's got money, and that's wild. Like, I can't believe where we live right now. I can't believe how toxic that is. Like, there's older women who, older than me, who are with older men than them, and they'll be like, yeah, get an older guy. This is like selling it to me on account of like, you know, got money, this, telling me to date white and stuff. And I'm just like, the heck?
But I guess it's what they care about, though.
Sorry?
I guess it's what they care about.
It's what they care about, but I find it's an annoying conversation to me because it's not what I care about.
Yeah.
So when I have that conversation, I just think it's very pathetic. Like, this, I don't want to be talking about this, but it's very, very normalized. It's normalized when it comes to dating relationships, there's so many things that are like normalized. It's normalized that if you with a white guy, he's gonna make your life a lot easier. It's normalized with people with
This
a rich
world
guy.
is horrible. Even that language. Stacey said, "I'm victim blaming victims." We're not talking about. There's no victims in these scenarios. We're talking about relationships. This language is horrible. Just the mindset. It's just so bad. It's so harsh, man. What you are doing.
This is these times. We are in some times. I'll tell you that.
It's tough.
We are in some times.
And again, all this stuff just plays out online because in reality, in real life, everybody's doing their thing.
100%.
That's the thing. People are dating, what they date. Broke boys. And online talk about if you don't pay for this, girl. You ain't sent me the money for the Uber last night. Behave yourself.
Such a facade, this place.
It's such a facade.
100%.
But it's crazy, man. Good luck to everybody involved.
I think also obviously I don't want us to discuss this now, but I I think people kind of miss the valuable things that I guess nature and evolution kind of puts into the equation.
Yeah.
People care about the amount of baggage people bring to relationships. People care about the biology as well.
Yeah.
Because men, a lot of the time, obviously thinking about long term, you want to have children. So an old man is not necessarily thinking, I'm going to get someone my age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it all factors in, man.
Yeah. It's about stages, man. It's about what stages you're at. If you can be on the same page and get the same things you guys want, then yeah, man. But age gaps ain't fun.
So stage better than age.
Always.
Cool. All right.
I heard something the other day, right?
Here he goes.
Yeah. What did you? They've been quiet for so long. I thought he was still
Brett,
upset
Brett
with
has
us.
entered the chat.
It's because Maya just mentioned just now that old men care about their children. That's why they get with younger women, right?
Sorry, old man, what? Sorry?
Care about having children.
Oh, okay, yeah, go on.
So they get with, I guess, fertile women. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess so. You can
All
say
right.
you can say that.
Cool. So I heard something on the Flagrant 2 podcast yesterday, right? And there was a guy on. He's the founder of Value Tainment. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
if you've ever seen that particular
Yeah. Is it
Podcast.
Patrick?
Bensum.
The Arab,
Patrick.
the
Yeah,
Iranian
Patrick.
man.
Yes.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
Yeah. So he was asked, why do you think there is such an emphasis on pushing woke culture in society? Right? The whole 2S LGBTQ plus I stuff, right? 2S is two souls. They've added something else.
Okay,
Okay.
learn me something, man. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah.
two souls?
It's now 2S LGBTQ plus I.
Oh, at the beginning.
Yeah.
What for?
Two spirits.
souls?
Two spirits. Yeah, two souls. Two spirits.
As
I'll be
opposed
honest,
to
I'm
one.
hearing about this for the first time, so I'm learning.
I don't. Okay, sorry.
Just learn. Get in the car.
Sorry.
Get in the
I
car.
mean, you can Google it when it is you have time. When you want to. All right, so he said he has a theory. And he said, this is just a theory. This is my opinion. He said, if you deep what they did in China with the whole one baby
Oh
per
yeah.
family
And
rule.
child rule.
Yeah. This is the Western world's way of doing the same thing. All about Planned Parenthood. So he's saying, if you encourage and showcase and advocate and all this stuff for the whole 2S LGBTQ plus I stuff, you're essentially, after a while, going to have less children being born.
Oh.
And that's the most democratic way to keep the numbers
Oh.
down.
That's smart because women are definitely having kids later, and some of them are not having them at all. I think the stats for that are rising.
Interesting.
That's it's his take.
That's his take.
And making sure you
I
say
wouldn't
it's
be
his.
shocked.
This is his take.
Said his take.
100%. 100%.
No, but I do think though all the gender wars we're having and all these fights and stuff is affecting family.
Yeah.
It's affecting families being created. It's affecting, and it might seem like, and sometimes it feels like it's online because people are doing what they're doing, but then I feel like it influences reality as well, because that level of unseriousness online appears in real life. That's why I like a man that's not online. It got sense. So yeah, it's
I think this
interesting.
is also why black people we shouldn't really emulate the values of the West, because this is how we find ourselves in messed up situations and our families get destroyed, and before we know it, we're like them. But
Yeah, it's
that's
a bit
the
tricky
side
though, because some of the values within black communities
But we can tweak
need to be
those.
killed.
We can definitely tweak those. You know what I'm saying?
they should have been killed.
we can either kill them or we can tweak them, whatever. But if we totally take on other people's values and their standards of how they do certain things, like we change everything.
It's difficult though because we're here. I was having this conversation last night. We're actually, when we're here, we can't move the way we move back home here. We're not here. We're not at home.
And things that was cool back in the day are not necessarily cool now as
Yeah.
well. So especially relating it back to this situation, as much as man would advocate for people to love who they love and do what they're doing, there is, back in the day, it was it was done openly, and nobody never said nothing. And we do need to go. Like young things was getting married off to big man.
Like,
Yeah, that's
Like
true,
you get what I'm trying to say,
Stupidity.
and it wasn't. It's not right in it. So we do need to. It did
Regulation.
need regulating
Yeah.
and fixing in it. Like let's have it right.
Yeah.
So maybe not. Don't want to follow the whole Western ways, but there's some of the stuff that man are bringing in is not. You
We have to
can't
tweak it, yeah,
You
we
know what I'm
have
trying to
to
say?
definitely, 100%,
You can't just
yeah.
leave it to where it was before. Them guy was 15, 14 getting married off to big man normal.
Yeah.
Going off. No, we don't want that in this day and age. That's not what we want. So regulate it, little piece.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Kevin's saying boo. he's threatened to leave again.
Nah, man, not everything from the long time ago days needs to be here. Some of the stuff is good, but some of the stuff needed regulated. Remember, the people that lived before us, they didn't know what it was doing. They made the mistakes, so we don't have to make them in it. You know what I'm trying to say? So when we see how certain things play out and they develop, then you could take from it. You get what I'm trying to say? That so that aspect of it definitely needed policing. You get me? That's not to say that man with young partners or older women or whatever should be allowed to be vilified for loving someone older or younger than them. But we need to keep an eye on that situation, though.
Yeah, 100%. I agree, man. I remember at my last job. I can't remember. When I used to work in the council, I met one lady from Sierra Leone. I think we were like the same age or so. Yeah, she got married when she was like 14, and it's because her dad was friends with another guy, and basically had promised that he's gonna give her.
His daughter.
Yeah,
That's wild. That's
had
wild.
a kid in it. Had a kid from like 14 years old. Kids,
Stupid.
grown
What have
kid.
been developed?
But yeah.
It's mad. And it's funny. That's what conversation I was having yesterday as well, actually. 'Cause I was talking about like how I said I wanted to be married at like 25, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm just like, I can't imagine me being married at the age of 25 and having children. And the women I was with, obviously they're older than me, and they were saying how like they got married at like 23. But my age now, they'd had a kid already and whatever. And I was just like, I can't imagine. But then I was like, that was a different time as well, though.
This is it. Yeah.
Like right now, I feel like I have. It was a different time. I don't feel like my time allows for me to do that.
Yeah.
But then their time did.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, man.
Fernand's mum got married at 15.
Is it?
There you go.
It's wild,
So
man.
like you said, it's a different time.
Different
And
time.
I think people wanted just different things from life, man. A lot of the time was just more community. We have kids, we grow.
So
That's
it's like, is the idea of getting married that young the issue? Because obviously back in the day, you used to always hear people talking about that. You
I
don't
think
really
it's who
get
they're
young
marrying as well,
kids.
though.
No,
'Cause
but
they're
say
not
if there's a
marrying-
16-year-old or 15-year-old that wants to run around and get married now, but it's not to like a crazy old man. Say it's like someone the same age or 17 or whatever. You got issue with that?
I can
Or-
stomach that. I think it's irresponsible, but that's my issue about the younger marriages back then. Is who are they marrying? 15-year-olds marrying like a 35-year-old, 40-year-old. That's insane. Imagine giving birth at that age. Medically, that's wild. Like
It's
your
culture.
body's not even developed. Like you just started puberty, and your body's already going to the extreme side of puberty. That's wild, man. So it's that. But yeah, man, it's crazy.
Well, I guess that's it for topic of the day, man.
Thank you very much. Let's get into our next headlines.
All right, so our next headline, trigger warning here, mental health. And the Care Quality Commission's chief has said that failing mental health services that do not improve, whether run by private firms or the NHS, should be shut. The CQC, Care Quality Commission's new director of mental health services, Chris Zititki, said that he was determined to drive up standards in all units and warned he will close services who fail to improve. The CQC is responsible for inspecting more than 900 mental health units across England. Despite a 4,000-bed decrease in mental health beds in a decade, according to the Nuffield Trust, the number of beds operated by private companies has increased, with those providers reported to receive approximately £2 billion of taxpayers' money every year. The Department of Health and Social Care said that private companies have always played a role in the NHS, and patients should expect a safe and good quality service, regardless of whether their care is delivered by independent or public sector providers. Next headline here takes us to South Korea, where lawmakers in South Korea have proposed the country's first same-sex marriage bill in a move hailed by civic groups as a defining moment in the fight for equality. The marriage equality bill, proposed by Jang Hyun-yong of the minor opposition Justice Party and co-sponsored by 12 lawmakers across all the main parties, seeks to amend the country's civil code to include persons of the same sex in marriage. According to The Guardian, the bill is unlikely to pass, but forms part of a trio of bills expected to increase pressure on the government to expand the idea of family beyond traditional criteria. The two other bills related to civil unions and IVF, for unmarried women. Wednesday's announcement follows a landmark ruling in February that recognized the legal status of same-sex couples for the first time in terms of national health insurance. As South Korea faces an impending demographic crisis, including a world record low birth rate, there have been increased calls to redefine the concept of a family. And the last headline takes us to New Zealand, where the national airline is asking passengers to weigh in after check-in for international flights from Auckland International Airport. Air New Zealand wants to weigh 10,000 passengers during their month-long survey, but the numbers won't be flashing up on scales for all to see. This is what they're promising anyway, and will remain anonymous even to the staff. It's all part of a requirement by the Civil Aviation Authority, which is the country's industry watchdog, to help calculate the weight and balance of planes before takeoff. It's not the first time the airline is asking passengers to do so, with customers on domestic flights asked to weigh in a couple of years ago. While the survey has largely received support in New Zealand, some US citizens expressed their concerns about privacy and body discrimination on social media. The airline said that the survey began this week and will run all the way through to July the 2nd. Before we move on, I just want to ask, I may make a topic of the day about this, but do you feel like people who are overweight and take up 2 seats, or like a seat and a half, for example, on the airplane, should pay for 2 seats?
Of course.
Okay. Okay, yeah. What about you, Esther and Brent?
Should we have 2 seats?
Yeah. Because if somebody else can't use that second seat, you know what I'm saying? And should you have to pay for 2 seats?
Nah.
Or, no?
Nah.
It's
I think
big.
they should make them seats bigger because I'm uncomfortable with my size.
So you think airlines should have to make those economy seats?
I think, do you know what I think? I think they should have like bigger seats,
Okay.
but then obviously they charge extra for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you should pay for 2 seats.
It's not
but I
even
think they
good
should have
business.
extra.
Like, there's not even that
No, because
many
then
obese
it's-
people that fly. How many that you making all these big seats and then taking out seats from my plane? You're just cutting into my bottom line. Like, this doesn't even make sense.
No, because you have an allocated number.
You just have like
Everyone
an
can go first
airline,
class.
yeah. They should.
No.
One of these black people should go and get some money and make an airline that's
Caters
dedicated
to
to
their
plus
needs.
size people. Just like there's bare plus size industries, whether it be clothes, whatever. There's bare industries that cater to plus size people. There should be an
Imagine plus size
airline
British Airways.
that's what they should just do rather than inconveniencing everybody else at the end of the day. Because the seats are the seats, and if you can't fit in your one seat that you paid for, what the hell's that got to do with me?
Speaking like a true capitalist. I like it. Ben, what do you think?
I think it's easy for me to say what I'm thinking,
Mm-hmm.
but when I think about it properly, there are considerations made for people in wheelchairs, right?
Yeah.
But they don't have to pay extra.
Okay.
There'll be a disabled space on the flight.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So what are you suggesting? Give someone's wheelchair space up to.
I
No,
So-
you're saying we can
I
cater
think-
it.
I think
That's just one space. So you say what? Put one chair on each flight
if
then?
they've created an extra section for premium economy, haven't they?
Some people are born disabled. You know. Obviously, you can
Are you
get
still on what I'm not talking about?
you can get an but you can get
I'll let
access
you
and that,
finish.
yeah.
Go
But
on.
a lot of people are born disabled, innit? So you are making provisions for people that are born a certain way. That's fine, innit? People that was born that decided to go and make themselves. Well, maybe they didn't decide. I don't know how it works out, but. You can't use the same because they got spaces for disabled people as the same for fat people. That's not fair.
It's
For
killing
someone
because-
who someone who wasn't born, someone who had no choice over how they was born, so they shouldn't be able to fly.
But you know what's mad? You see how he's gone quiet? I didn't think that was the point he's trying to make.
It sounded like it. I was just stopping him.
Anyway, so if they've made considerations for people and they may not have been born that way, they
Okay,
may
then.
have gotten that way. Stupid. And I went on to, you see how they've actually done premium economy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't exist before, right? And they're just doing things to basically
Just to
make
make
more money.
more money.
So 100% they could basically set maybe 2 or 3 seats, even the seats that are in the front that have leg room and whatnot. They could just make maybe instead of 3 chairs, they could have 2 chairs. And 100%, if they want to put
And
the
then
price
tall
up,
people-
then-
and then tall
if they want to
people-
put the price up, then put the price up. Because I guess you still want to make that flipping bottom line.
No, but then tall people miss out now because you got to give away the leg
can- no,
space.
'cause you
But
can-
inconvenient.
you
But it's
can-
still inconveniencing.
How would you finish?
Go on. You just tell me to move the leg space. What about tall people? Go on.
All right, so I think it is cheeky to say lose weight or don't travel. Right?
That's cheeky, but it's not cheeky to say if you're going to take up 2 seats, pay for them both. That's not
Listen
cheeky.
carefully. I'm hearing your argument. Like I said, it's easy for me to basically
Say that.
be
Say
on your
that,
side.
yeah.
It's easy. It's very easy. But if I've seen them do other things, they could easily do this.
Right, not on my plane.
You're so.
And the thing is,
Annoying.
it's also because like you are not even secretly, you are openly vexed with people not looking after their health. You probably don't like the fact that Lizzo is stripping naked on stage dancing. This, you probably you recoil when you see stuff like that, right?
Oh, I love fat things.
So why don't you want them to be in comfort?
Excuse
What?
me.
You do not.
I openly love fat bitches.
Wait,
Like, I'm,
wait.
Oh,
What, are you saying
gosh.
he does? He wants them to be comfortable?
Yes, but just pay for it.
yeah. I'm not trying to
because-
discriminate. I ain't got nothing against big things. Are you crazy?
No, as in pay more than somebody else.
If you're going to take up 2 seats, pay
Yes.
for the 2 seats that you're taking up.
No. I'm suggesting you make seats.
And I suggested make a whole plane for that. So then no one
fat
else is
plane.
Yes, so no one else is so no one else is inconvenienced, bro. Because if you're gonna take it out and put biggest, what is he laughing for? I was dead serious.
I didn't hear that. If I heard that, I'd have laughed earlier.
you know what's so mad? Yeah, you are being so good.
Wait a minute. You know there's like a weight restriction on the plane. You're saying make a fat plane. Where's that plane going?
This
I
ain't
told
me.
you it's
I'm
easy.
an ally.
I
I'm an
told
ally.
you it's easy for me to get here.
I'm an
I
ally.
warned you it's easy for me to get here.
Brent,
This ain't me.
you didn't
Then
fight
what
hard
he's
enough.
suggesting,
You didn't fight hard
what
enough
he's
to get
suggesting
here.
is ridiculous.
Okay, but
You didn't fight hard enough to get
to call
here.
it a fat plane. That's what people are going to call it.
You didn't.
I
fight.
thought it
I
so
was rooting
hilarious.
for you.
this
this
is
is
not
bad.
me. This
This
is
is
not
bad.
This is not
I
me.
was
This is
rooting
bad
for you,
That
Brent.
is bad.
This is not me.
You were an
This-
ally, you know. You.
This is wrong. I'm stating it is wrong right now. We cannot look to ostracize people because of their weight. We can't do that. Because if it is you just make one for them. Can you
You
imagine?
are
Can you imagine?
ridiculous.
Can you imagine? Maya might be cool with this. Make a black plane. And have
And you see Soul Plane.
let the blacks just go. over
You
there.
ain't seen Soul Plane. That was
When you see the facilities in there. No chance.
I'm
No,
just saying.
I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right to basically just have all of the bigger people or the plus size people go on a particular plane that is completely different than
Yeah, I think
everybody
that's our
else's.
order, man.
Okay. What about buses and stuff?
What? Plus size buses. I don't think personally. I don't think it's right, man, to separate them from society. That is just we're bringing things back. It's out of order. I don't think that's
Maybe
nice.
I shouldn't.
You
use
guys
the
are
buses.
wicked. Instead of you guys basically saying that these stupid planes should just make considerations, you guys say they should pay more. Why? Why are you on the side of the planes? They're fleecing us normal people anyway.
No, but because they provide the service, Brent. And at the end of the day, right, if they didn't provide that service, who's going to provide that service for you? The government? The government's not going to provide the service. And if they did, it would be very inefficient and you'd be paying more. So if you're now asking a private company, right, to do these type of things, you're now saying to them by force, because of these people who've chosen a particular lifestyle, right, especially those who have chosen it, right, for example, like they should reduce their profit.
I think what
It's gonna drive up the prices for us.
I think what they should do, and you love capitalism anyway, as you said and joked with Marx, they should raise the ticket prices for all individuals in order to basically cater for the plus size seats.
No, they shouldn't do
You
that.
see, you don't like that now, do you?
Of course
it's
not. Why should I?
discomforting you.
Why should I?
Can you imagine?
Because somebody's
Can you
choosing to
imagine?
eat more. Anyway, listen.
Choose to eat more. Choose to eat more. You guys are so wicked.
I'm not talking about people.
Bring him
No,
into
no,
your
no.
life of loving big women.
No.
Our lives. For me, it's dramatic. For me, it's dramatic, 100%. But I'm here. Let's get him in. How do we get him in?
Can't, he's married.
Wait, firstly, yeah, big up.
Stopped him.
Big up John Rambo, yeah.
Oh,
Big up
man.
John Rambo, yeah.
Not anymore. Get to Word on Road. Get to Word on Road.
Big up John Rambo, firstly, yeah. He said he lost 33 kg
That's good. Big up, John.
since 2020 lockdown. He said, I hated being fat. Being fat is weak.
Wow.
I didn't even read that properly. I thought he was talking about Airline. I thought he lost luggage on the plane or something like that.
No.
I skimmed it. I swear to God. Big up him.
33 kg. That's a hell of an achievement, you know?
Luggage.
Yeah, well done, man. Well done.
Big up, John, man.
But yeah. What happened?
Yes, big up, John, you idiot. Get into Word on Road.
Read
Dickheads.
the comments.
What happened?
Eat.
Oh, stop it.
Can
Stop
you
it.
imagine? Can you imagine?
This is horrible.
See, people are not figuring this out. You know, figure this.
This is horrible. This is not good. I'm so angry because I've got to talk about Lizzo being fat shamed again. I'm so angry. It's foolishness.
You know, that was nothing to do with me. Like I said, I'm an ally.
Same.
I'm allied by trauma.
I want to know your trope. Anyway,
I told y'all already.
I don't think you ever told me.
I got felt up by a plus size thing in secondary school. Yeah.
Paloma Faith. She basically, so obviously Little Mermaid's come out, whatever, the British singer. And she said, she put on her Instagram, she said, just seen the new Little Mermaid with my kids. And while I think Halle gives a good performance and it's great casting, as a mother of girls, I don't want my kids to think it's okay to give up your entire voice and your powers to love a man. What the hell is this? Not what I want to be teaching next gen women at all. I'm shy for her because everyone has had Little Mermaid. Like it's such
racist.
a stupid take.
That's
Exactly.
racist.
It's racist.
I'm not gonna lie, that takes racist.
But you know, I
see
like that.
racism quickly, yeah? You see,
I see
that
racism.
form of discrimination real quick.
Yeah, that was racism. That was racism.
But-
This film's been out from the beginning
Listen,
of
from the
time.
time, you know.
And it's took this poor little black girl to go on stage for you to realise you hate this message. That's what made you, that's what done it.
You know, I like that.
Ariel's been doing this from the beginning
Bruh.
from Quay.
A black queen stood up for Ariel though, because Oloni said, "Where was she when Emma Watson fell for a beast who kept her locked away as a prisoner?" That's true. I ain't see you fighting the good fights for the next gen women. Anyway, man, just close your mouth and shut up. I hate people just talk unnecessarily. It's funny how like all of this is just bringing out the spirit of hateration in people that they didn't know was in them, and they're not seeing it, and they feel like because they say, you know, I like the film and she did well, but doesn't make them haters. No, you're a hater. But anyways, that happened. Big up Oloni every time. And then Damson Idris. So there was a picture. So he and Laurie's in London at the moment, and they went to the first day of the Beyonce concert, and you can see him kind of singing to her, whatever. Oh, I wish I sent you the video. Because I want to know what you guys think, actually. Can I send you a video quickly?
They're cooking him for that video.
Have you seen the video, Brent?
What is it?
Damson Idris. Hold on.
Kissing his wifey.
Yes, but I wanted to play it. I want to get...
Apparently, everybody's reading her facial expressions.
Yes.
Yeah, all the girls are saying, I know that look.
I do know that look, though. I do know that look. But anyways, yeah, basically people were cooking him online and talking about that look and this and that, and basically saying she's definitely into it. She's not on it, basically, whatever.
What if y'all are wrong, though?
Huh?
What if y'all are wrong?
It's not a y'all thing. I don't care. I'm just doing my job. But if they're wrong, then they're wrong. Because I think as well that not everyone likes PDA. Something like that, yeah. I'm not really into PDA like that. Then again, a guy like he can lips me in front of anybody. He's been in church. I lips him back. So there is that. But then he basically responded and he said, every day chat. You people don't rest. Please, man, mind your business. I wish he would stop responding to people because it gives it's like obviously things will bug you and whatever. But because every time it's to do Laura Harvey and he does this whole meme thing and he tries to kind of shut it down, it gives like fake unbothered energy. But yeah, man, pick up them. They look cute. And then we're going for a while. And then next is, what's next? Oh, Lizzo, yes. So basically, Candace Owens, Iman's friend, she's basically, she clocked that Lizzo blocked her. Where is it? And she's tweeted, she said, I guess Lizzo wasn't lying when she said truth hurts. That's one of Lizzo's songs. But yeah, clinical obesity is still the #1 killer in America. So let's stop glorifying it. At Lizzo.
Who's done that?
Candace Owens.
Oh, the evil woman.
Yeah. She's evil. Because how can
You say she's allegedly evil. You don't like this.
That's his
Egypt.
girl.
It doesn't matter about your.
This is Bridget.
No, it doesn't matter
That's
about
his
your
girl.
policies, man. You can't like this Egypt, man.
He does.
He does.
And he would defend that.
And they go together real bad.
That's why they say the things they say about you, man.
But they hate him.
Oh, that's the truth.
No, anyway, yeah, we'll speak about Candice another time. But anyway.
But yeah, I thought it was out of order. I feel like you're upset someone blocked you. She's blocked you for good reasons because clearly you keep calling out her obesity and you're bullying her essentially. But then to then say, yeah, clinical obesity is #1, blah, blah, stop. Leave people alone, man. Like, I don't understand that. What has it got to do with you? What's it actually got to do with you? But anyways, then obviously, as people do anyway, they troll Lizzo for being obese and everything else. And then she had a series of tweets that she put out. She said, I just logged on. No, so someone said, yeah, this is what she replied to. She said, a random person said, how is Lizzo still this fat when she's constantly moving this much on stage? I wonder what she must be eating. And then Lizzo said, I just logged on and the app. I just logged on the app and this is the type of shit I see about me on a daily basis. It's really starting to make me hate the world. Then someone in the comments said I eat lots of fast food. I literally stopped eating fast food years ago. I'm tired of explaining myself all the time and I just want to get on this app without seeing my name in some bullshit. And then someone else said, I don't think Lizzo wants to be smaller yet. If she did, she would be. It's her brand. If she's working with nutritionists, they're probably showing her how to eat healthy and maintain her size. And then Lizzo said, y'all really need to touch grass. I'm not trying to be fat. I'm not trying to be smaller. I'm literally just trying to live and be healthy. This is what my body looks like even when I'm eating super clean and working out. Y'all speak on shit. But she might have medical issues. We don't know that.
I doubt that.
Okay, are you a doctor?
Highly doubt that. All I know
Highly?
is,
You're a
highly. All I know is, yeah, especially in the entertainment industry, I see rappers and that do it, yeah, UK ones, English ones, whatever. When they go and get some money, yeah, they go and get personal trainers. They fix themselves
But you
up.
know she's lost weight.
I've seen all the man them get hench.
But you know
all that,
she's lost
Nelly,
weight, yeah?
Dr. Dre. I've seen English man do it. I've seen people do it. Tiny Temper and that. I've seen man. When you live a certain life, you get a certain money and it's afforded that luxury. Yeah, you can take in. It's not always easy to care for your health and stuff and like to eat good and go gym and have that free time and that. But once you get a certain amount of money, some people do it, and a lot of the women do it as well. They be growing up, and obviously women be cheating. They don't be going gym. They be going surgery and that. But they still be doing what they're doing, innit? She's in a position, yeah, to change. Whether she wants to or not, it's up to her, innit? But she can't just pretend like she can't just let us want to put out there that I can't, if I eat and I train, nothing don't change. This is how I am. That's not the message you should be putting out there, because that's a lie.
No, but
that's not even biology, that's a lie.
But you know that she's lost weight anyway, and people are cussing her for losing weight. They called her fat phobic for losing weight. This time, she's just like, I'm just healthier than I've been. Think about how much, when sis is performing, she is performing. I feel like there must be something else. That's if it's a thing where it's not, like she said, it's not shifting. Because sis is, like, she doesn't stand still. She doesn't sit down. She is twerking. She is dancing. She's doing routines. She is performing. She's consistently on tour. If it was a thing where the weight could drop off like flipping butter, she'd be my size by now. So I'm believing whatever she's saying.
I don't think that's her ambitions, man. I don't think she wants to. If she would, then she'll be all right. I think she's happy as she is. She's just probably just not happy with all the outside noise of people chatting shit to her about it. You know what I'm trying to say?
And that's the thing, I don't understand why people do that though. You need to mind your business. It doesn't affect you. It does not. I feel like unless the way someone's living their life physically and directly affects you, it's quite like, I don't care about that whole message that is putting a message out there. Like, you put a different message out there then.
No, but
without calling someone else out.
Some people have kids. Some people have kids and then they deal with their kids' weight, yeah, and they don't want their kids to go through obese and that, because when it gets to clinically, you know, it becomes a problem, innit? Like some people don't want their kids to be obese, innit?
Yo, what's it got to do with Lizzo?
Because some people are struggling dealing with their kids' weight and don't even know how to manage it and deal with their kids' weight. And then there's certain people, certain sections of the world that are putting out obese people and saying that there's nothing wrong with it, it's fine, it's healthy, and then there's that fight in the household. So the messages that are coming out from the outside world are even different what's coming in from inside the home, and that's the rub. Now there's a problem. So that's why, obviously, it's like, why are you so vocal? Why are you doing this? But there are some people who it's affecting. They're saying, stop telling the world that it's just cool to be like this. Obviously, you can do whatever you want in your spare time. That's fine. It's not like each to their own, innit? Like, if you're happy how you are, that's all fine, innit? But I think they're saying, but when you're putting out them messages that this is cool, and some people are saying, well, I don't want. There might be people I don't want taking this information.
But
Like
you know what
that.
it is though? I feel like that's a cop out.
You think?
I think it is because really and truly, raise your children. Charity begins at home. Raise your children to the point where they're not looking to outside messages to train them. People will know how to raise their children and let them know. Don't decide to tell you it's okay to drink, drive, and do this and do whatever. But in this house, you can't. Raise your children, and they will not be looking to outside influences. And they won't be looking to outside influences of what they should believe.
Why is
Anyway.
that, Brett? What are you trying to show?
Because people are saying in the chat, I have the same energy for Fat Joe, Rick Ross, and Khalid.
But these men are fat though.
But people don't make fat jokes about them all the time.
No, but Rick
though.
Ross
These men are in
active-
spandex on. All right. Anyway, whatever. All right. Cool.
No, waist trainers. We're saying DJ Khaled wears waist trainers on stage.
Like this is
No,
him
but
in his
we-
private time.
Okay, no, but you can't admit though that they don't get as much. I've talked about
Yeah,
Lizzo
but that's
and
the same
obesity
kind
on
of
the
thing
show
that you
a
talk
few
about
times,
men and
you know.
women. It's like just double standards and stuff.
Yeah.
That's just one of them things. It's not right. Of course, it's not right.
I just think
But,
we
if,
need to
but
leave
also,
it
if we're being a bit honest, right, Rick Ross tried to lose weight, right?
Yeah.
He lost weight after
Yeah.
he had a situation.
Yeah.
Fat Joe lost weight.
Yeah.
They actually
Are they
came
skinny
out.
now though?
No, not skinny.
Exactly. Lizzo's lost weight.
No, but they lost considerable weight.
So did Lizzo.
I don't know about Lizzo.
She was,
right?
you know, she was getting bullied online for being fat phobic.
Yeah, which is
People
crazy.
were saying, "How could you try and lose weight?"
It's crazy. She
So
should-
she's lost weight as well, but the thing, it takes time. Like it's not gonna. And also, I feel like if it's a thing where she's healthy, a doctor said to her, "You know what? Yeah, unless you're big, whatever, but
Yeah.
you're actually healthy. Your heart is fine. Your sugar levels are not this and that, whatever." She'll maintain that rather than go on a crash diet
100%.
just to be a size 8, and then what happens from there? I don't know, man. I think it must be horrible just waking up every day just seeing horrible things about yourself. That's got nothing to do with people. Even when she got her man, people are like, "Oh, how could you get a man like that when you're this fat?" Like it's wild, man.
But this is the problem though. Again, I don't know Lizzo's story at all. I really don't know her from anyone.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I get the impression from the little I've seen that because she's big and she's come out being proud of being big, correct
Yeah.
me if I'm wrong, right? People who are also big love her.
No, but
and
you
so
know
when she chooses to lose weight,
Yeah.
when she gets to someone who's not as big,
Yeah.
all these things that other regular big people can't do, it looks like you're kind of
Steering away from the message.
Yeah.
No, but you know what it is though? Her message was never like, "I'm fat and everybody be fat." Is that I love myself. Is that because society, the way society treats people who are big, who are fat, it's horrible. They get bullied everywhere. So her thing was, I love myself.
Yeah.
Yes, society tells me I should be this, I should be that, I should be that. But this is how I am.
Yeah.
And I love myself for that. And in that, it inspired other people who do get bullied on a daily about their sizes. So I don't think that, and that's why it was weird when she lost weight and people are now saying you're fat phobic. It's like, how can I be fat phobic when, first I'm still fat, but how am I fat phobic because I'm doing whatever I'm doing for health reasons or whatever? Do you get what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
But these are fat people complaining, right? Who are calling them fat phobic, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it would be.
It's ridiculous.
But then they're stupid then because her thing was about, sorry, Stacey said it, it's about self-love, not about being fat and proud.
Yeah.
It's about self-love. It's the fact that like people keep telling you should hate yourself because you're fat. Like the way people talk about fat people, yeah, it's like they want them to wake up every day and just hate themselves. That's a horrible way to live. Like, why would you want anyone to feel like that? When people who are skinny anyway and who are skinny and or healthy wake up with their own insecurities. So to be insecure about yourself anyway, and then wake up and then people are consistently telling you should be more insecure about yourself. How could you look like that? How could you be comfortable living like that? It's really, really horrible, man. It's really, really horrible. And obviously, when you're a celebrity and it's on a massive scale, that's thousands of notifications daily of people calling you fat and ugly. Boy. Anyways, she goes on to say, "Y'all speak on shit y'all know nothing about, and I'm starting to get heated. Also, to the people who haven't had an original thought of fresh air in years, being fat isn't my brand. Being fat is what my body looks like. That's it. That's all. My brand is feel good music. My brand is championing all people. My brand is black girl liberation. I've always led with my talents, but when I dropped good as hell, feel good music was corny. When I dropped juice, disco pop wasn't for them. When I was body positive in 2016, being body positive was pandering. Now everybody on that wave, and I'm still shut on. F y'all." She said, "Y'all don't know how close." Sorry, trigger warning. "Y'all don't know how close I be to giving up on everyone and quitting and enjoying my money." So I thought she was talking about killing herself. "And enjoy my money and my man on a farm. The love definitely do not outweigh the hate on social media or because I'm fat. This is crazy." And she said, "I hate it here." And there was something else. Sorry. Yeah, that's it. I feel bad for her, man. It's a lot, man. It must be. I can't imagine every day, single day, you're just a word on people's mouths. And people you don't even know, you know nothing about. People who have their own insecurities as well, you know. And you think you can speak on me because society sees what I have as the worst thing that people could possibly have. It's ridiculous. Still on health, though. Vybz Kartel is allegedly, well, I say allegedly, his doctor came out and said it. But basically, he's facing life-threatening illness in prison. And it's not exactly looking good, basically. But so he's got Graves' disease and a heart condition. And apparently he's getting worse. And if he doesn't get surgery soon, it could be fatal. So that is sad. But his son said that they're praying for the best. And his attorney said Mr. Palmer, which is Vybz, his illness is actually life-threatening. And the inhumane prison conditions are putting his life at risk as well. So hopefully they're able to get him help, and hopefully they can, just do it. Because obviously they're still finding his case for him to come out of prison and stuff. But hopefully he'll be all right and get the necessary surgery and stuff that he needs to have. And then my last one, I told you guys about the Love Island lineup. Well, one of them has been exposed already. I don't believe he's been kicked off the show yet. But George Fensom, the one I actually said looks like, what's his name? I can't remember. I said he's like one of the, Finley, that's it. But basically, essentially, he was found to have homophobic and racist tweets. And obviously the person controlling his account was like, oh, like, people don't know him and da-da-da-da. But they've deactivated his account. But I don't understand why it is that, what's it called? Love Island don't do their proper due diligence. Like, they talk about doing background searches and stuff, but, sorry, his name is Fensom, not Furman. They talk about doing background searches and stuff like that, but the tweets were right there. Right there. Let me see if I can, hold on, let me get some of them up.
Sorry, Love Island has been kicked off already?
No, not yet, that's a Monday.
He's been kicked off though?
No.
Are we still on there?
I believe so.
And he's homophobic and racist?
Allegedly.
Oh.
He was saying, in his tweets, he was saying the F word, what's it called? Yes, said the F word. Apparently, he's also known with some people who are just like, he's taking pictures with some of his friends. But I feel like these are school friends though. They're not my friends anymore. Said some weird stuff, misogynistic stuff. And then there's obviously women that have come out as well. One of his exes talked about their relationship and how he was narcissistic, he was controlling, he was this, that, and the other, whatever else. And there's other women who've come out and said, yeah, he's this, that, and everything else. Yeah, man.
Was there real receipts? This sounds like a smear campaign.
Yeah, so basically he's got a tweet that says, that calls someone an F word.
Okay.
That's in the gay slur.
Eddie Murphy's word.
Um,
Have you watched Raw? Go back and watch Raw and see the language was
That was
wild.
crazy, innit?
Hey, off the hip. I said, yo, this is how people used to speak.
Yeah, so it's just that kind of stuff. Obviously, his account's been deleted now, so we won't be able to say anything. But I feel like what they're going to do is they're going to he'll probably be the first one to get kicked out.
What, they're going to let him go in? They're going to let him start it? Are they going to even let him start it?
I think they'll let him say it.
What's the point? It's going to get bare backlash. People moaning and just chatting shit.
I see him, but I don't know, man. I don't know what they'll do. But yeah, basically, he has, what's it called? Given a statement. There's been a statement. So I honestly just feel absolutely sick about those tweets. They're not who I am today. They couldn't be any further from the man I am today. And quite frankly, if I could turn back time, I wouldn't even have put those. He says, to be honest with you, it's me being really, really naive at that age. I made the account back in 2011, so it's just stupidity on my behalf and doesn't reflect on who I am today at all. We continue to learn now what is right and what is wrong. In regards to people saying that I'm not right for the villa, all I would say is this: everyone made mistakes. I hate when people try to bring up people into it. You own your shit, bro. He says, everyone has said things that they regret. The difference in the way that I'll defend myself is the way that I'm owning that. And I've admitted that that was wrong, that those are the wrong things to say. And actually, if I could turn back time, then I wouldn't have said the things that I said. He's like a very immature man. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens anyway. Yeah, because obviously Love Island, they do like the whole protocol thing about giving them training, what kind of language to use, not all that kind of stuff. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think he's still going to be on the show. Love Island haven't said anything about it. All it is this statement that he's now officially released. Obviously, they go quiet before they go into the show. But they've obviously allowed him to be able to release a statement. That's if he wrote it or his friend wrote it. But yeah, man, that's it. It'd be interesting to see what happens with him though. But yeah.
Did he look like somebody who had potential to
Be that? No.
Okay, cool.
And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'll be very honest with you. Yeah. That's sometimes I don't know if I can date non-black because they don't look like they are. Then one day joke just goes too far. Now we're in bed and now I'm being called the N-word. Now what do we do from here?
That's crazy, you know.
It's wild because you never really know. But I reckon I will tune into it. What am I doing on Sunday? I'm gonna have a dinner. Yeah, I might tune into it. I'll see. But yeah, that is all for me. Let's get into the People's Journal.
Now, just quickly, what's your take on Dr. Umar saying that the Little Mermaid wasn't really a win for black people because of
What's his problem?
the promotion of interracial love?
Okay, I mean, I understand his angle.
Did he put a picture up of Ariel and said with a stamp, the snow bunny stamp?
Milk something.
Ugh.
I mean, I understand it's one of those, I guess from his perspective, I understand why he would say that because he feels as though, okay, you're giving us one thing and then taking away something else. And at the end of the day, for someone like him, the community is the most important thing. And community, you need strong family, you know what I'm saying? And how do you have the black family if a black person is with another person, you know what I'm saying? So I understand it because obviously that image is being pushed, you know what I mean? To kind of, yeah, to kind of promote
Does it
interracial.
also encourage learning how to swim?
Okay. Do you know what though?
I mean, I don't know. Did the white guy swim well?
Yeah, I did.
No, he didn't.
He didn't swim well.
No,
You don't think so?
no. The only time he was in the water was when he was being saved by the Black Queen.
Ariel.
Yeah. And then when Izzy tried to spare the octopus or something.
Okay. Do you know what I'm thinking of? You know how like a lot of people just perform online?
You think he's a performer?
It's just Umar. Like he can never, ever. You see how Kevin Samuels was caught when he died in the situation he was in? Like Dr. Umar has to make sure that he never, ever could possibly be in such a thing because he talks way too much.
What situation was Kevin in?
I don't recall.
It's just that he was like, are you talking about his financial?
It was
Or you talking
ironic.
about his physical.
I'm talking about the physical states in which he was.
Okay, that he was in.
Well, yeah, the woman who was sleeping with and all that kind of stuff.
The Spanish, the Latino girl?
Was she Latino?
I don't think she was white.
I think she was white.
Oh, was it? I didn't
I don't
know
know.
a race, you know.
But he made a lot of noise as well, and then that was.
But Kevin
that was
Samuels
your ending.
didn't push a
I
race
don't
thing,
think
did
he
he?
was there saying...
Yeah, but certain men. That's the thing, because some people won't tune in to find out what your message is because you just represent something, and that's the issue. That's the problem.
I haven't
now.
watched that video. I ain't clicked it, but I'm sure he said something about interracial dating. Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
He's got a whole. Yeah, he's got an opinion on it. I'm not sure what side of the fence he sits on.
Because I remember when he died, people were like, "Oh, like you're dead," but funny that.
That's bad.
But if he's engaging in,
We gonna ask bad.
but dating is different to engaging in relations, though, isn't it? So
Nah.
he might not think.
No, I don't want to see Dr. Umar, for example, doing talking stage. I don't want to see you even for a quickie. I don't want to see nothing because if you speak up against this thing, that means there's no lesser than. It's all the same to you.
Oh, do you reckon Dr. Umar chops white things?
I don't think so, though.
That'd be the worst thing.
I don't think so. Remember that
him.
situation where he was in the
In the
Oh,
mall.
in the cafe.
yeah. And he
Yeah,
was
but
like,
he over-explained that though. I was like, sure.
But they're cooking him because he's got wives, isn't it? Or his wives or his girlfriends are. They're
Allegedly, yeah.
light skinned.
Bad spoken.
Yeah,
Kevin
they're
Samuels was not an advocate for interracial dating. He believed that black women should only date black men and that black men should only date black women. He often made disparaging remarks about interracial couples and their children in one video. He said that black women who date white men are trading down and that their children will be half-breeds. Whoa. He also said that black men who date white women are emasculated and that their children will be confused.
Wow.
That's bad. What race the woman was that he died in the arms of.
Bad seems to know the tea.
Bad knows the tea. That's my thing. So you can't be loud like this, and be caught doing what you're loud about. Because no one asked you to do these things. Let people enjoy things. Let people win things. He's talking about a Little Mermaid is not a win for black people. Okay, and who built your school, sir? If we're gonna do that, yes, we know the reasons you told us, but you're telling me that there was no responsible black people to give the contract to, sir. Yeah. If you're gonna, I need people to live your raps. Don't be telling me picking and choosing. It's easy for you to do snow bunny stamps over everyone else's pictures. All right, is your entire life blackity black? Is it? Because if he's got mixed race women as well, isn't that what he's telling black men not to be white women for? Because they're gonna have mixed race children that he's dating.
But at the same time, he doesn't view mixed race people as mixed race. He sees them as black and African.
Exactly. So if a black man is with a white woman, or a black woman is with a white guy, they're gonna give birth to African children, aren't they?
Yeah.
Exactly. So what's the problem?
But he's saying you give birth to African children that will be kind of confused and kind of lost in the world. It will be tough for them to navigate and etc.
So maybe when he's dicking down them mixed race women, he's showing them the way. His penis is the compass.
I gotta talk for a minute.
His penis is the black compass.
When it comes to London, hopefully we can.
I will do my research properly because you talk a lot. That snow bunny stamp winds me up, man. Your watermark.
What was the one? No, he was happy about the
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah. I sent that to you.
We're making good.
You're making good.
Yeah, of course it will be.
Yeah.
Once a black woman going down for the crimes of a black man, of course he's happy with that. Silly man. Anyways,
I don't think Dr. Umar could risk it, man. Like, he must know that's what everybody wants. They're just preying on his downfall.
But he'll do it in secret, though, like Kevin Samuels. That's what they do. They come to public and tell you something, get money from that, and then in secret they're living different. A lot of people do that.
But was Kevin Samuels doing something in secret though?
Yes.
Anyway, I don't even know the story.
I know when he moved along, he was fuming. That was the conditions in which he moved along in. I know he was fuming. He said, "Lord, you could not let this woman leave before you called me yonder."
But there was a lot of things that they said about him when he passed away, innit? They said he didn't have money, this, that, and the third as well, innit?
And he's talking about high value people.
But I feel like people kind of just make up stuff about people because of how they were when they were alive.
Nah, I think wasn't he a deadbeat father as well? I
heard something like that as well.
Oh, you can't even see me he's dead anyway. But allegedly. I heard it was a deadbeat father, but you're sitting there telling telling women they're with low value men and they're this and they're that and whatever else, and calling men low value and whatever. You're a low value man yourself.
Oh, that's the lady.
Yeah.
He's good looking though, Kevin Samuels. If he just didn't talk so much.
Where's she from?
She mixed
Alcantara or Hortensia Alcantara.
Latina.
She could be Afro-Latina.
That's what that
She ain't Afro-Latina.
She's Latina.
The Afro-Latina. No, the black things are black.
Brother.
She might be half.
100%.
She could be mixed race.
As in white Latina and black Latina.
Black Latina. Oh, she could be. She was like, is there another picture of her?
I don't want to show it.
Why?
Please.
Is it bad?
It suits the narrative here.
This one suits the narrative. No, let me see that one, please.
What, she in dashiki or something?
Can I see that one, please?
She in dashiki?
Without the tint on it.
Without the filter. Nah, it's wild, man.
Say she's got one in the dashiki.
Have you already put the thing? Okay.
No, he hasn't though.
Have you already done the thing for People's Journal?
Nah.
Yeah, she's spicy white.
Just about.
I think I worked out what spicy white is. If you speak another language.
No. You're not pure white.
What spicy white is?
No, they are pure white. They're just from different places. They think they speak. I think it's just white people that speak another language.
Italian and.
Because that's not mine. Because if a Polish man moved to me, that's not spicy. Ain't nothing spicy about that.
Yeah, but that's like them and that's Caucasus. That's like Scandinavia, Slavic, Poland, Norway,
Russia.
Sweden. That's white. So that don't count. That's not like that's not spicy when you start getting to the Mediterranean.
My spicy is like Italian.
Yeah, but it's got to be Mediterranean. It's in the Mediterranean. It can't be in the Slavic bases.
Yeah, they got to be a sun.
You get me? So yeah, it's okay. Not just another language, but also not Caucasus.
I don't know when you guys are gonna learn that dead people don't threaten me. You're dead. What are you gonna do?
Dead men tell no tales.
Bro. All right. Well, let's get into People's Journal.
What was that?
I said, you try to call me out. I can stand up to you. Gareth Southgate is the only non-spicy white man that I liked. Past tense.
All right, people, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. I've got like 4 points to touch on real quick. The IMF, International Monetary Fund, has come out and said that the UK economy is expected to avoid a recession this year.
To keep telling you, I didn't even know we left the last one. So, okay.
It now expects the UK to grow by 0.4% in 2023 this year, whereas last month they kind of forecasted that the economy would contract by 0.3%. It's quite a big change, to be fair. But yeah, they're basically saying that growth would be helped by the resilient demand and falling energy prices and all that type of stuff there, innit? But they did say that obviously inflation is kind of remaining stubbornly high. As we know, it hasn't kind of gone down since the beginning of the year, and we're already into like the second quarter now. But again, based on the Bank of England's projections anyway, they're still saying that they believe inflation will go down to around 2-3%, well, about 3% by the end of the year in December. But we'll have to see about that and see what happens. Next thing I want to talk about is Amazon basically have to pay millions because of some privacy claims, complaints, I should say, about their products, Alexa and Ring, the Ring doorbell. So basically, the US government's consumer watchdog, which is the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, basically had 2 cases that were filed against Amazon. And in one of the cases, the Amazon agreed to pay $25 million to the regulator. And this was because the claim raised some privacy concerns about children using Alexa and how parents had basically said, look, I want you to erase the previous data of my kids using that particular, using the device, right? And Amazon said they would do it, but they never did it, right? And so obviously based on that, and apparently this happened to quite a few people, they got fined, innit? And they settled $25 million. Also, in a separate complaint made by the FTC, this was over the Ring doorbell, in which, as you guys know, it allows people in the house to see and hear and converse with people outside, ring the door and be notified about people's arriving at their house and things of that nature. But basically what they're saying is some of this information should have been restricted to obviously Amazon as a whole, and also after a certain amount of time be removed and deleted, right? But apparently the Amazon employees had unrestricted access to all of this information. So sensitive data, things that obviously is captured by a camera on your property, regular Amazon employees have unrestricted access to all of this. So if I knew that you got an Amazon doorbell, for example, and I work for Amazon, or I know someone who works for Amazon, they can do this, that, and the third, and have all the access to your product. See all the previous video footage and audio and everything.
That brings some kind of GDPR.
100%. So that's why they've settled pretty much. So regarding that thing, they had to settle $5.8 million, and they're required to disclose to customers how much of their data access the company and all the other contractors who may use the device as well have. So that's that. And also, Diddy is in the People's Journal. He made his way in here, man.
As in Carisha's Diddy?
Yeah. Carisha's Diddy. He's done too much to be...
Nah, because when we talk about Beyonce's husband, it's his husband.
Well, Diddy, he's accused the drinks giant, Diageo, I believe that's how you pronounce it, of basically breaking the terms of their business partnership, right? And neglecting the tequila that both of them bought together. So there's a tequila called De Leon tequila, right? Do you guys know it?
De Leon.
De Leon, thank you very much. And basically they bought this, they invested in it together, but this particular giant drinks company, Diageo, have neglected this particular investment. So he's basically saying, because I'm black, he actually said this, right? Because I'm black, you guys have kind of neglected putting in the necessary funds to promote it to the world. But all the other things you've invested in that I maybe didn't know about, right? Yeah. You're now pushing to the forefront.
So basically, they're not promoting De Leon like he wants them to.
Exactly. Yeah.
He promotes De Leon every chance he gets, bro.
Yeah, but he said
Carisha's drinking it every time in every episode.
Yeah.
But that song with Bryson Tiller, guess what was featured on there? De Leon.
See?
Fair enough, though. That's fair.
Yeah. He's also saying that they limited the drinks distribution to urban neighborhoods. So all the black places and this and the third, they've limited all the drinks distribution going to those particular places. Obviously, the companies, Diageo's come out, denied the allegations.
Of course.
And they're saying they're going to defend themselves vigorously. You know
Yeah,
what
because
I'm
they're going to overnight quickly. They would have shipped into the white areas and paid the people in the area to buy it.
Yeah. So they put out a statement saying this is a business dispute and we are saddened that Mr. Combs has chosen to recast this matter as anything other than that. Our steadfast commitment to diversity within our company and the communities we serve is something that we take very seriously. Just for a bit more context, they own brands like Johnny Walker, Guinness, Tanqueray, and all that type of stuff. And I think they first started linking up with Diddy when they approached him to help market Ciroc back in the day. So yeah, man, they bought was it De Leon?
De Leon.
They bought De Leon together in 2013. But since then, hasn't really been going the way he would have liked. And the last thing I want to talk about and kind of push is for black businesses, man. And apparently, Channel 4 and Lloyds Bank have joined together to help launch black businesses in the UK.
Sick.
Yeah, so what they're saying is that they're going to be offering more than £500,000 of free TV advertising to help support business growth.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically the project will offer 5 black business owners an opportunity to secure a reward of £100,000 worth of TV advertising and creative TV commercials as well. So, guys, whoever's listening, if you know up and coming black business that will benefit from this, let them know. You just have to go to the Channel 4 website. It's called Black in Business. Just type in Google Black in Business on Channel 4. And the applications are open, man. And there's a bunch of information there that they're letting you know about. But yeah, seems kind of promising.
Out of 6, yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah. And that's pretty much it for the People's Journal.
Lovely, thank you. Is there work a joke today?
Nah.
All right, so next headlines.
All right, people, next headline. Brent, if you don't mind, can you put up a picture of Danny Masterson, please? Because I don't know him by name. So just in case the people don't as well. But basically, trigger warning here. And this is about rape, unfortunately. And Danny Masterson apparently is a star on the 70s show. He was convicted of 2 counts of rape yesterday, on Wednesday, at his retrial in LA. The 7 women, 5-man jury, could not reach a verdict on a 3rd count, which alleged that Masterson raped a former girlfriend after deliberating for over a week, right? Masterson was led from the courtroom in handcuffs, while his wife, the actor Bijou Phillips, do you know who Bijou Phillips is?
Mm-mm.
Well, basically, that's his wife anyway.
Is that him?
Oh, I was hoping it wasn't this guy, you know?
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. But yeah, man, he's 47 years old, and he faces up to 30 years in prison. And his sentencing is set for August the 4th. The verdict came some 6 months after Masterson's first trial, where he also faced charges of raping 3 women he met through the Church of Scientology.
The hell?
Yeah, that ended in a mistrial, with jurors leaning towards acquitting him, right? But both of Masterson's trials have focused a lot of unwanted attention on the Church of Scientology, which the Jane Does have accused of trying to cover up the allegations against him. And yeah, man, one of the spokeswomen for Scientology, Karen Powell, has denied those allegations and obviously insisted repeatedly that the church doctrine requires members to abide by all the laws of the land. So they're obviously separating themselves from him to some degree at the moment. Trigger warning here, and this is some sad news about children passing away. And at least 60 infants, toddlers and older children have perished over the past 6 weeks while trapped in harrowing conditions in an orphanage in Sudan's capital due to the fighting which raged outside. This weekend was particularly deadly, unfortunately, with 14 children perishing on Friday and 12 more on Saturday. This raised alarm and outrage across social media, and the local charity was able to deliver food, medicine and baby formula to the orphanage on Sunday with the help of the UN's children's agency, UNICEF, and the International Committee of the Red Cross. Orphanage workers warned that more children could die and called for their speedy evacuation out of the war-torn capital, Khartoum. And the last headline is, how do I put this? Basically, just us, I guess, kind of bigging up a legendary Ghanaian author and playwright who goes by the name of Miss Ata Aidoo.
That one you can pronounce.
She was a renowned feminist. She depicted and celebrated the condition of African women in works such as The Dilemma of a Ghost, Our Sister Killjoy, and Changes. You know that Burna Boy song? Damn it. Where fellas in the beginning, I believe, and there's a woman talking at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Masters, is that what it's called?
I can't remember.
Anyway, she's the woman at the end of it.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
sick.
Pro-black, there she is. Pro-black, legendary woman. She was a feminist as well.
Oh,
But
nice.
she's not obviously the rubbish type of feminist. She was a real black,
Fighting, yeah.
you know what I'm saying, feminist. And she opposed what she described as a Western perception that the African female is a downtrodden wretch. She opposed that vehemently, right? She also served as education minister in the early 1980s, but resigned when she could not make education free. These are the type of people that we need, you know what I'm saying? In a statement, her family said that our beloved relative and writer passed away after a short illness, requesting privacy to allow them to grieve. She was a university professor as well. She won many literary awards for her novels, plays, and poems, including 1992 Commonwealth Writers' Prize for Changes, which is a love story about a statistician who divorces her first husband and then enters into a polygamous marriage. Yes. I'm pretty sure she was very happy. So her work also
You're such an egg. Rest.
her work, including plays like Anoa, have been read in schools across West Africa as well, along with other like legendary guys like Wole Soyinka and Chinua Achebe as well. So yeah, man, just big her up as well. Rest in peace to the legend. You know what I mean? She will not be forgotten.
Oh, bless that.
And that's it for the headlines.
Quick question.
Yes.
Work a joke. If you like. If it's a polygamous situation where the woman has multiple husbands,
Yeah.
what's your opinions of that?
I think that's one of the things that we have to shun and frown upon immediately. How is that productive
How is
for
it not?
anybody in society?
How is it not?
How? So
They all got
three of the men,
companions.
three of the men be sleeping with her, right?
But remember that marriages, men's life expectancy is higher. So now they all get to have long life from this magical pussy.
Oh, so is this woman has the power?
No, she ain't got the power.
She ain't got the power.
Being a woman. Dickhead. All right, let's get to reaction. That's sound he made. Let's get to reaction.
Welcome to the reaction. I don't even know how I feel about doing the reaction, man. Should we stop this till the season starts again? Because every time I get here, I get depressed. I know you said we got transfers to talk about and all that, but on my life, yeah, the last couple of days, it's only been a few days.
Why depression?
Why depression? I hate when the season stops. Like I hate it. Like I can't function. And there's no European tournament this summer. The transfer sagas and that, it's a little something.
I
But
hear
it's,
Neymar's coming to United.
huh?
I hear Mount is also agreed.
Who's the first thing you said?
United.
Who's the first thing you said?
Neymar.
Neymar.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that. No, don't want no Neymar. It'd be another stupid United move. Eric Ten Hag ain't doing that. We don't want that. Where did you see that? That wasn't a proper story.
Okay. Mount is agreed though.
Apparently, there's
Breaking.
no stumbling blocks in the way there. Personal terms look like they're done. The only issue is United and Chelsea are about £30 million apart, because Chelsea think they're going to get 85 million for a man who hasn't been able to make their first team, even though it's been injuries and stuff like that, but hasn't been able to make their first team in God knows how long, and he's got 12 months left on his contract, and they think they're going to get 85 million for him just because he's English. That's brazy. If I'm United, I wouldn't even want to pay the 55 million for him. We got to go lower, man. He's got 12 months left, man. Let's go 35, 40 M's. Give me him or shut up. Or I tell him, you wait 12 months, Killy. When you pull up, I'll give you 250 a week. You know what I'm saying? He's only on 80 bags. He's only on 80 bags over there. They're not in no position to thing anyway, but I don't know. I like Mount anyway. I said that from
you
before.
did.
Huh?
You did.
Yeah, from before he was even connected with us. Like I said, I know he's not on a he's not in a good place at the minute, but he's technically good. He works hard. He's a workhorse. He's a winner. He knows his stuff. And like I swear, I definitely said it before we was even linked with him. I'd like to see him under a new gaffer, see how it looks. You get me? So I'm not mad at that. Plus, if we can get him, maybe that gives us a line on Rice because they're best friends.
Lionel Rice, is that a Rasta?
A line on Rice.
Or Rice.
So
You
is that
want
a
Rice?
Rasta?
I like Rice. I've told you that from the beginning
White
of the
rice?
season. Yeah, white rice, yeah.
Well, you have to talk- I never that's what you're talking about, you know.
I told you that from the beginning of the season. He would be so good for you. Lot.
I watched a compilation of Bellingham yesterday. Do you understand how cool that guy is?
Yeah, they're different players, by the way. But yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just different makeups and different molds. But Bellingham is.
I got drawn to it because the title said this is the remaking of Zidane, innit? And I'm thinking, what kind of nonsense is this? And I clicked it. I'm like, you got a shout. I swear. I'm looking at him thinking, is this Bellingham?
You say the second coming. Bellingham's good, man. Bellingham is good. Jude
Let's talk
is
about Rice.
good.
Rice.
Okay, Rice. Let's talk about Rice.
I told you that.
You don't rate him?
I ain't seen anything that should convince me that we need him in it.
We dropped Filthy yesterday. Mikel Antonio's swearing blind. He's the best. He's the best DMF in the Prem. Did he say in the world or the Prem? He might have said world. Don't know, but let's just go with Prem anyway. Because someone was saying Rodri, and he was like, no chance. He's saying Rice is the best in the Prem. Obviously, that's just his opinion, but Rice is good. Rice is better than a lot of people make out. Because even I remember when I was talking to him about you, and I see some of these uncultured swine in the chat talking nonsense.
Why there's such mixed opinions on him though?
Because some people just don't know ball.
Is it that they just don't watch West Ham playing too tough?
There's that.
'Cause that's obviously that's my problem.
That's why that's another thing that I said to you. Why I always implore people to watch football. Innit? Yeah, bare people don't watch other teams play. You get me? They just hear pundits or see moments or whatever. So they want to form opinions on people, but they haven't watched play. And I don't like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like any player that I like, say someone like Matoma. Matoma's new, come up, flashes, dribbling stuff, whatnot. I still need to reserve my Matoma. I think he looks cold. He does look good, but I would need to watch him a few more games consistently, like a full 90s as well. And then I'll make my mind up. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, so when I'm having conversations and arguments with people, I can do it. And that I've watched Rice play 90 minutes bare times for club and country, like bare times.
I was so vexed that you guys got Valencia.
Got who?
Valencia.
What Valencia? Back in the day.
So vexed. I was so vexed.
He was good at Wigan, you know.
Oh my goodness.
He was decent at Wigan. I don't know what we thought he was going to be. And to be fair, not to be fair, he changed. Don't you think United changed him from what he was?
I think so, but
He was way more dynamic and
Yeah, he was.
a madman at Wigan, innit?
Yeah.
And then they put him right back. I actually liked him at right back though. I mean, I don't know, like he's not a right back. Don't get me wrong, but I just liked him at right back. He's just so fast and so much running, and you just need to. You get me? But
And Man City wasted Mahrez, man.
Mahrez, you think so?
Yeah.
I think he's just been. I think there's so much quality over there. What he's done for them while he's been there has been lost.
Yes.
Because Mahrez has been cold, bro.
All the time.
And if you check his numbers and stuff, and obviously
the
he's
time.
won since he's been there. And if you check his numbers, Mahrez has been cold. Like he's been probably the best in his position since he's been at City. Like he's not a joke. So when you say wasted, it's like they've won everything apart from Champions League.
I hear that, but he should have been starting every single game.
Yeah, but there's a lot of talent over there, man.
100%.
And was you watching Mahrez from Leicester?
Yeah.
See,
I wanted Mahrez.
I got one up on you. I was watching Mahrez from Championship. Him and Anthony Knockhart ruined that league. The Championship absolutely murdered it the season before they came up. It was cold.
Zaha made the wrong move going to you guys. Utterly wasted.
I don't think so. I think it's the Ferguson leaving. I think it's Ferguson leaving that killed him. I don't think. Well, okay, essentially it was the wrong move then, but it's not because he came to us. It's because Ferguson left him in the lurch. He made the wrong move signing that 50 grand a week at Palace. That's what he done. He ain't gonna get out of there. Can't. Screwed. Now his career is done. Twilight Viziers. Arsenal could have got him. Arsenal should have got him. You just should have got him when you got Pepe.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, but Emery wanted actually Zaha, didn't he?
I don't know.
I think Emery wanted Zaha.
Oh, you said you couldn't get him out of there.
No, I think some stupid person said no, let's go for Pepe.
So back to Rice. Have you been watching him? Because you wasn't rating him. So since you're not rating him,
then,
have you?
No.
Oh, still no.
No, I've only seen him when he played against us.
Yeah.
When he played for England. I'm gonna watch the final.
Against.
See what's what.
Okay, yeah.
But I still haven't seen anything from him that you guys are screaming about.
Well, I think it's just his defensively, game management, like just sniffing out danger. He's second to none, and I think that's legit. I think he's got the most interceptions in the league or something like that. So he's definitely second to none in sniffing out danger in that midfield. You get me? He could travel with the ball. You get me? He can bring the team up the pitch. He's got a dope passing range. Like, he's got more ability than you would even realise. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, that's just the type of player he is. I told you, I watched the F2 video. I know it's just the F2 video, but there's bare man who go and link them F2 youths who can't hang with them. Like, professionals and that. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, who can't hang with them, who can't do certain things. You get me? This kid's teched up. Like, he's got it. Like, trust me.
I'm gonna watch the video now.
You can watch it. Because like I said, it's nothing like mind-blowing or whatever, but if you know football and you know about technique and watch things, you will watch it and be like, oh, okay. I didn't even know. Fair play to you. He's got it. You get me?
Yeah.
If you don't get him, I heard they're getting rid of Party though.
Yeah, you said that last time.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Did you heard any more about it?
No, I haven't. But I told you I'm fine with that. If they're looking down the line.
Oh, just
and they know
replace
something
it.
we don't know.
And
And it would make sense that they get both Caicedo and Rice if that's the case.
All right. There's a cool little gist. Oh, look, we found something to talk about.
There you go.
Also, in Avenues, Mourinho's going brazy because he thinks Roma got bumped. So Seville's won like seven UEFA Cups in like the last, is it 17 years or something like that?
Not too sure.
It's not 10 years. It's double figures. But Seville are the Europa League.
And it's the
Champions, man.
history of Seville.
They are the Europa League bad boys, yeah? This is football heritage, you get me? And apparently there was a penalty shot that Mourinho didn't get. Mourinho waited for my man in the car park. Yeah. Telling him he's a fucking disgrace. You get me? Mourinho was bugging out. If Mourinho won this, boy, he would have started telling you he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah, you would have.
He would have said, fuck Pep, fuck Sir Alex, fuck everybody. I am the king. You get me? So... But obviously, yeah, Seville done it. They lost in penalties. It's mad because the youth who scored the final penalty for the World Cup, yeah, the one scored the final winning penalty for World Cup Argentina, yeah? I can't remember his name. He got the final winning penalty for Seville. Because Roma missed 2 penalties before or something like that. And it was like, all right, cool, this one's going to wrap it up. So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, boy, you scored the penalty in the World Cup final. This is light. No pressure. He missed. But
Gave them a chance.
well, you would think so, but the referee pulled it back because encroachment.
Okay.
You know what encroachment is?
What is it the keeper?
Yeah, when the keeper comes off the line, comes off the line before the penalty.
Yes, what the white woman did to that boy with the bike.
He's getting encroachment, yeah. Yeah. So he done encroachment, had to take the penalty again. And obviously, yeah, he didn't make the same mistake twice, slapped it, and they won. So, yeah. In Avenues head, Diogo Dalot has signed a new 5-year contract with Manchester United. Going to keep him at the club until 2028. And I don't know why you would do this. Like, you made him your first choice right back. Before the World Cup, I remember Saka played about 4 minutes. Couldn't get a look in. You shunned him, ostracized him. Like, so I was thinking he was definitely on his way out, yeah? And then after the World Cup, Dalot couldn't get a look in. So, okay, cool. It was your tough love. You wanted to teach Wan-Bissaka something. And it worked because he was making major improvements. By the time we got to the end of the season, Wan-Bissaka was like a better fullback than Dalot. Wan-Bissaka should probably be first choice. They both leave a lot to be desired when they're playing football and that. But Wan-Bissaka's making improvements. Dalot's better at footballing, but he's better like traveling like in the middle of the pitch, at the bottom end of the pitch and the top end of the pitch. There's still nothing there, so it's still not that crazy. I would have preferred a brand new fullback and then keep Wan-Bissaka as the backup, which would make sense. Which after the way the season played out, go get some money for Dalot, keep Wan-Bissaka and get a proper fullback. That's what I would have thought. That's what I would have thought he was leaning towards as well, because Dalot can't get a look in. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? But Dalot's got this new contract. I mean, I don't know if that means we're moving Wan-Bissaka on. Wan-Bissaka better not sign a new contract, because I don't want both of them as our fullbacks. We want a proper fullback. So, I mean, but Dalot's all right. If he's just going to be a backup, if they're going to be backup, either one of them are cool if we go get a first choice. So, but yeah, I would prefer to see Wan-Bissaka. I don't know what they're planning, or maybe they're going to keep both of them and just, yeah. In other football news, shocking news, Beth Mead's not included in England's Women's World Cup squad. She's the top scorer. It's egregious. She's only 27. Don't know what she's done.
Injuries.
What is this, Brent?
This is Sheila's slow cooked. I don't know what meat it is. That's pork.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Sheila, man.
What is it pulled pork?
Yeah, it looks pulled.
Yeah, it looks bold.
Okay, what do we do with it then? What was the end result?
This is the end result. As in,
Oh,
how
on a
did
plate?
she eat it?
Yeah, that was that's in the pot, right? That's in the
pot.
Yeah. So once we played it out, what was we looking at?
So can we see the plated version, please, Sheila? Thank you. Mags needs to see it. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's egregious. No Beth Mead, England's top scorer. In our final piece of news is Mike McFarlane, Great Britain's Olympic medalist, dies at age 63, and he put here in big letters just to make sure I care about the situation. Black man.
Yeah, man.
Because you know I was reading that thinking, oh, why the fuck are you telling me this for? But shouts out to Mike McFarlane and his family. Yeah. I don't know nothing about him, so let me see. He's he's an Olympic silver medalist. He died at the age of 63. He was part of the 100-meter relay team that won the silver medal in Seoul in the 1988 Olympics. He's won three medals at the Commonwealth Games, sharing a gold in the 200 meters at Brisbane in 82, and adding the 100-meter relay silver and 100-meter bronze 4 years later. He's also won a European indoor title over 60 meters in Athens in 1985. Yeah, so he's done his thing. He's represented the country well, represented the people well. So R.I.P. Thoughts out to your family and thing. And yeah, that's the last of our reaction news. Let's get into Out Ere. Just what's wrong?
I just saw that meme, yeah. Wait. That's sorry, but the bottom one. I have to hold it there. It's gonna skip.
Did it happen?
The bottom meme. And the caption. It's so funny.
So I'm gonna go with. Oh, we spoke about Little Mermaid today already, innit?
I did.
All right, cool. Let's get into this Little Mermaid. Let's just let you know what's wrong with the world. They really don't like Little Mermaid.
Hey, do you know it's Little Mermaid? Like, this film has been out. There was no plot twists. There was no new storyline introduced. Nothing new.
See, well, this is what I was thinking, because I'm like, it's just the Little Mermaid.
Like, what's wrong with y'all?
They didn't do nothing different. So if you don't liked it before, surely you should like it now.
Surely.
Yeah, but we know the reasons why.
The New York Times said this new live action Little Mermaid is everything nobody should want in a movie. It's dutiful and defensive, yet desperate for approval. It reeks of obligation and noble intention.
Do you know what they mean by obligation?
What?
That they use a black girl.
Wait for it. Joy, fun, mystery, risk, flavor, and kink. They're all missing.
You don't get more flavorful than a black woman. The heck?
I want to know, what type of kink
Exactly.
Did you want in little?
Did you want to see?
I want to see her lips consider Sebastian for a minute.
Alright.
Did she go with the prince or did she go with Sebastian?
They wanted Sebastian to suck off Eric in the water or something, because I don't understand. Kink.
What's your problem? Why did you go with that verse?
What do you mean kink? I don't understand.
Oh, my head.
Well, it was
Yeah, here we
a
go.
mermaid
Mm-hmm.
and a human being.
Yeah.
So you want to see some interaction, interracial? It was interracial anyway.
Interspecies.
You want to see
Interspecies.
I don't know.
So
but
making love.
maybe that's what they meant with kink. Maybe he didn't like when it is that they were doing their whole juju stuff on the little promenade thingamajiggy when they all gathered together.
Okay,
Nobody
yeah.
kind of flinched, you know.
That's
Like they
true.
were used to seeing all that magic being like dashed around and stuff.
I think they're hating on it. Yeah, obviously, a lot of people are saying like it can't escape its animated legacy, so it's always going to be compared against it, and that's fair. Some people don't like new, innit? If you can hold it up to the old one, it'd be like it's never going to be better. But it hasn't that much of it hasn't changed. So I don't understand where the vim comes from. Also, I think I agree with this person though. I think they were saying that like Under the Sea's a bit meaty. Like Under the Sea's a bit done out here, and I'm not gonna
Under
lie.
the Sea can never. Us Rich here and flipping Brent. I had goosebumps. I wanted to sing.
I didn't. Under the Sea didn't hit for me.
Have you watched it? Oh, did you?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Under the Sea is lit, man.
It was Miga.
Meager, innit?
What's me?
But the way they sang it.
Mediocre.
Yeah.
The way they sang it,
Just the
oh.
whole experience of Under the Sea
Really?
didn't hit for me.
But did it ever hit for you though?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was big business.
Under
So it's
the
just
Sea
the way they
slapped for
did
me,
it in
man.
this one.
Yeah, it didn't hit for me.
Under the Sea slapped for me, man.
So
Is it because it dragged on? No, that sound annoys me, man. But
no, I'm not gonna lie. Ariel's singing that
Halle sings Sick in
Halle, yeah, that was that she did it.
There's a black woman singing it.
You reckon?
No,
She
but-
did it for me, boy. I was here for it. I was
Is
like,
it because Because I will be honest. Is it because Under the Sea went on for a while? It wasn't like a track.
I didn't even know when it went on, to be honest.
Because there was a time, because Rich was counting the songs, yeah, because he just kept bursting songs. But like there was a time where I was like, oh, okay, still Under the Sea. Like, do you know what I mean? Under the Sea slap, man. That's my favorite song.
yeah, I just don't understand. It's the same movie. So how I don't understand.
Why you're so perplexed? I'm confused.
Why did it wait?
'Cause
Because
why?
they're not trying to use. They're trying to cover up the racism with like critical, like trying to critique it in a prop. It's the same movie.
Yeah, I need to just be honest.
So all the things that you're saying now, why didn't you not notice this before?
Just say it's been blackwashed.
Basically.
Just say that. I just want honesty.
Oh, is
But
that
stop-
what you're perplexed about? The fact that they're trying to not. They're trying to say the thing, but not saying the thing.
Yeah, but then the things that they're saying to master thing is stupid.
Brent, go and click up this thing. Click on this thing because I need to show you.
Let me show you this first, innit?
No. What do you want to show me
Alright,
first?
cool. I'll show you afterwards.
Oh dear, what was it?
No, just quickly because I need you to.
Yeah. Which one?
I don't know what number it is. Number 5.
5.
You don't keep talking about racism and all that.
Under the Sea.
Alright, one more showing you.
Keep scrolling. Scroll.
What's this about?
Him.
It's not gonna load. That's awkward.
Amanda Holden. Where have you gone, Brent? Let's keep going. Him.
Who's that?
This is the author, the writer from the Times, who's been slamming it.
No, he's a black guy.
So how do you feel about racism, Shatters? Nah.
No, but this
he
makes
looks
sense
how I
to
think.
me.
Why? I can't just go.
He's a pick-me.
Nah, I've got worse words for him. I can't say on air.
Oyimbo.
He's my favorite. That's not no.
Oh.
No, he's my favorite snack.
And Uncle Tom.
Say what?
Oh, you're talking about Bounty.
Cracker.
I like
Oreo.
Oreo. Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
Iman is the only person who knows me. Is it because of
You
vegan?
said Oreo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oreo Bounty, same flipping reference.
Bounty's not the same.
It's the same reference.
Yeah, but it's my favorite
But
snack,
you don't
and that's
like
what you said.
brown, do you?
No, I hear that, but
I like Bounty,
you,
but-
it's like you triggered me saying, "Oh, this is what you mean."
Yeah, but I just feel like you should know me.
To be honest, I do know that you like Oreos. I know
Yeah.
you like eating pineapples too.
I do like pineapples.
This man's done it
Shame
here,
me.
yeah, and it's not because he's black chatting shit about Little Mermaid, yeah, because Little Mermaid ain't a black people thing.
He's like a waste man anyway, to be
Yeah.
fair.
It's because he's the one who wanted more kink in it, and I don't understand what he means.
Oh, he's like a deviant.
Then lead with that.
He looks like, yeah, but
Lead with
you
that.
can see in his eyes though.
He's wrote he wanted more kink in the movie.
You can see it in the eyes.
A children's movie.
Yeah.
In the
Can
children's
you
movie.
imagine?
They need to investigate
You
him.
need to lock him up.
They need to investigate him. Someone needs to go through his hard drive.
Kink, you know.
Just once.
I mean, I don't even know if there's another meaning for that word, but I don't know
no
why.
what-
Don't know why you went with it.
What, let's
bad.
Google what kink means. Because
What kink could possibly mean?
What kink means.
If there's a kink in something, it's like a
Like a bend. Like a dent.
okay.
Say, ooh. So stupid. Okay.
Bad is really like he thinks it's a sexual thing, so he's not giving me the answers.
No, what did Bad say?
It says, I am unable to help you with that as I'm only a language model and don't have the necessary information or abilities.
But I said, don't make me look at you funny. Exactly. Kink don't mean... There's other words he could have used other than kink, especially when you know what the social meaning of kink
Have you
is.
ever heard I got a kink in my armor?
What? That makes you think of something else.
Is
That,
it kink? Or,
that sounds sexual to me.
Or what?
No,
If someone said to me, I've got a kink in my armor, I think they're dirty talking. I think that's sexting. So, I don't think it means what you
Alright,
think it
so
means.
slang, bizarre or unconventional sexual preferences or behavior. And then the Oxford says a sharp twist or curve in something that is otherwise straight.
So maybe he meant like a sharp twist in the
So he
plot.
wanted Ariel to be one lesbian.
So he wanted a little bit more jeopardy.
Maybe.
He wanted Ariel to go and search for Eric, but find Melissa instead.
So he
And fall for
didn't want
Melissa.
Little Mermaid then.
He didn't.
That's not what he wanted.
He didn't.
Because we're not looking
No,
we're just looking for a real life adaptation.
No. If you remember, like it traumatized us back in the day a bit.
Did
That
you?
octopus was a bit more octopusy.
She was a bit scary.
She was more scary, but this one was sweet.
No,
You
she
speak- you're a
wasn't.
big man. Ask a little kid how they feel about the octopus.
Yeah.
But that's why I said I was gonna, screen him
What
flat
did
to my
you
knees.
say?
Oh, I can't remember. I didn't ask her details. I didn't. She actually saw it on Saturday for a school party thing. That's the thing. It was one of her friends' birthday parties, and they all went to see Little Mermaid. And I asked her. She said, "Oh, she really liked it and stuff." But for me, because Melissa McCarthy is one of my favorite white women. Like she's flipping hilarious. And when I knew she was gonna be Ursula, I thought, oh, I don't want to see in that light. I see her. She's shits and giggles to me. Do you know what I mean? When I saw, her, I was like, oh, you play a villain well. But still, these are deviant, bruv. Allegedly. Hypothetically, jokingly.
1 second.
Why you want kink in a kid's movie? Are you a sicko?
Yeah, we need to protect our children, man.
They want whips out, BDSM. What do you want?
Terrible.
You want Aries to be more naked?
They said, that the Scuttlebutt song's cringeworthy because it's a new song. How did you feel about Scuttlebutt
Yeah, I didn't.
What was that? But
It was
with Aquafina?
yeah.
what's Aquafina?
The
woman.
the little thingy.
The bird. When the bird was rapping.
Which part?
Remember she-
Oh,
I liked it.
Scuttlebutt, which is the
That was the
Scuttlebutt.
urbanization.
I like that actually. Yeah, that was fun.
It was fun because
She was rapping.
They said it was
Spin.
cringeworthy,
people
and you
would
can
have been
see
vexed.
many grown adults literally covering their faces to
Oh,
avoid
shut
looking
up,
at the
man.
screen when that was
I
going
can
on.
imagine, but this is modernized it.
But he didn't see nothing because he was waiting for the kink. He didn't see
Exactly.
nothing.
I don't know why. It's
I don't know
like
who
these
wrote that. That flow was brazy.
it was
Children would have
sick. I
loved
said,
that.
okay.
The children would have loved that though.
No, the Scuttlebutt was bars.
Scrubber with bars.
She was
The children would have loved
corking.
that.
When she started, I said, okay, girl, I see. I literally said, okay.
Yeah, why are adults talking about this? This is not for them.
They're silly, man. Childish.
Yeah. This is not for them.
Childish.
It's not for them, man.
Yeah, these
They're
people,
pulling
man.
out anything at this point. Oh my God, watch it. Actually, now I can't stand up for that again.
Yeah, they're sick. These I don't realize what they're doing with this stuff, man. I think they got there's definitely a paedophilia problem in this life, innit? Like, I don't understand why you want to promote kink for kids. Why would we need? I don't understand what we would need. It's crazy to me.
Very.
It's crazy to me. Trust me.
Scuttlebutt.
So someone said,
Mm-hmm.
that they think there's definitely a paedophilia problem and not a sexually identity crisis in children. You get me? This is stuff that they're putting out there. They use that word on purpose. It doesn't matter what meaning it's for. When you put it out there into the world, you know what the average person is going to think and see. Yeah, it's just wrong. Any excuse they can to tear down this little movie because you know what I'm saying?
Watch the movie or don't watch it.
Let her live, man.
Stop it, man.
Let her live. So the New York Times is done Out Ere. That black man who wrote his piece, I think his
He's
name's
definitely done Out
Wesley Morris.
He's like a Morris.
He looks like a Morris. Oyinbo. He's done at here, man. Anybody who's hating on Little Mermaid, man, he's done at here, man. Let's go into the outro. Oh, there's fish under there, right?
Yes.
I hope so.
Let's
Swim
give
around.
these. Huh? Swim around. I mean, they've gone heavy on the veg and that.
very heavy-handed.
They've gone,
Side of fish.
they've gone heavy on
It's
the
a
veg.
sprinkle of fish.
So I can't even see the fish underneath it.
I can just about see like a bit of like crisp.
But because I know
parts.
this setup, I know what this is. If that makes sense. So
I mean,
I know what they're gone for.
I
but
recognise the veg, yeah. But I thought maybe this was a new dish I haven't been introduced
it's
to.
just fried fish would have the escovitch on it and that. And,
Yeah.
But it's just, they've just gone heavy.
You can't rate it if you can't see the fish.
Yeah,
the
they've
fish
just-
is the main.
But for me, the
Gone heavy on the veg.
They're
Or
very.
escovitch, how do you pronounce it?
I don't even know how to say it properly. Escovitch. I
Escovitch.
call it escovitch.
It's
Escovitch.
necessary for this dish, no?
For the fried fish?
I'd rather have more than less.
Oh, the escovitch
So
is
it
a.
accompanies the fish, no?
Yeah. All them peppers, the carrots, the onions and that would have been in the escovitch pickling or whatever it's called. You get me? Fermenting with all the Scotch bonnet and the pimentos getting
so
hot.
hungry, this-
You get me? It's pepper. And you will come and just pour it all over. And yeah, so all them carrots and things, when you're buying them, they're pepper.
What do you eat that with?
Fish. Oh, what I would have it with like
Rice?
hardo bread, rice,
Oh, okay. Does it come with a
fried
sauce or
dumpling.
Does it come with a sauce?
Nah.
Okay.
You could probably make a fish sauce, but the fried fish, or the battered fried fish, they make a fish sauce for. But that one, I wouldn't come with no sauce now.
It barely comes with fish.
Whose is that?
I'm going to send you the fish. Give me a second.
What is it? Red snapper,
It's swim around.
Seabrim.
Swim around.
Which one did I have the other day then? I went to this lovely place in Brixton. It's a Caribbean place. I don't know if it's Jamaican or what it was. But I finally had one of these fishes and it was banging.
Swim around.
I don't know. See, I don't remember seeing that in the menu. I feel like I remember. Oh, yeah.
It's because you went to a mature restaurant.
Mature.
Mature.
Who made this?
Give me a second, man.
Oh. If it's someone trying to wife you, into the bell.
Wow.
And this
No, I
someone-
can't see the fish, but
I'm
that's
gonna
not
show
that's
you
not
the
scared me.
fish,
This ain't
wait.
deterred me or
Wait,
anything.
sir.
This could still be totally fine.
You told me, boy.
No, they're just gone heavy on the veg.
Is there need to be go that heavy in the veg? I thought the veg was like just like, you know, like a salt bait type situation. I didn't know it was gonna be the
All right, here we go.
rice of it all.
Pic's a bit small, but let me try. Zoom.
Man,
Zoom.
they don't like banana.
Abala.
That's the fish.
I got zoom in.
Man, who made this, man? If I took
Ah, here we go. Mmm.
Where's that? Just heads.
Swim around.
yeah, I didn't have that. I had a snapper.
That's a deep fry. That's-
Dead.
That fish is dead. Like,
Proper dead.
not one lick alive in that.
This looks nice to me.
Does it?
It could be. It looks
It's a
fried,
dried
fried,
fish.
fried.
It's like banana. Stockfish.
Bala.
So dumb. No, I see why it was swimming in the vegetables.
Why?
It needed moisture from the vegetables.
Oh. I hope this person cusses you out for the rest of the week
Who is it?
and next week.
Who is it?
It looks calm though. I would just consume that.
You can tell me.
And the
after.
escovitch is vital for that. Yeah, once it's swimming in the man, I can work with that.
Me too. I'm looking forward to eating this.
Maybe it's my. Anyway, I'm done talking.
Thank you.
I mean, the outro.
Yes.
Outro.
Acha.
What was that? All right, guys, like the video. Please like the video. Comment. Do all the great stuff you need to do. Share it. Drop in the group chat. Subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys always tuning in, always here with us. Don't forget, we've got a question for you in our community. If you want to join the community, actually, so you can answer, get involved as well, because we're going to be dropping some big stuff in there very, very soon. And we want to know whether you find the space, as in the platform, too complicated to navigate. So let us know if we do get, I guess if we get majority yes, then we're going to be moving somewhere else. But let us know what you think. Let us know your thoughts. Do you find it easy to, what are you doing? Do you find it easy to navigate? And so search community.thenewblack.com. Let us know. Follow us on our social media. What's going on here?
You find it difficult to talk?
Yes, I am. Let us know. Follow us on social media platforms. The Day After TNB on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. If you've got dilemmas, as sis, what would you do tomorrow? Let us know. Send it in 075 64841073. Or if you prefer to email, it's tdasubmissions@thenewblack.com.
Have a guest tomorrow.
Fish, but I don't want to stink out my yard now.
That's crazy. What'd you say?
I beg you take pictures and then let's.
Oh, I don't want a picture. I want a sample.
That's if I did.
If you do it, I want a
Fish is
sample.
a big commitment, man. I don't know.
I don't want a picture.
Okay.
I want a sample.
Alright.
Thank you. But yeah, we've got a guest tomorrow. So tune in and come on your best behavior. And we will see y'all. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Peace.